Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running Valentine Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running Valentine Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running Valentine Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Running Valentine Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
All right, good morning and welcome in here on this Wednesday morning. We appreciate everybody getting in here, starting their morning with us. Shout out to Cordell right there in the chat. He did send me the new track.
Did he?
I've got to transfer that over to Lloyd so we can get it for tomorrow's show. He just replaced Frank Wilson's name in it with Lane Kiffin's name.
An 8 to 10.
I don't know if he changed the 8 to 10. It might just still be clean version. But he got back in the booth, got us a new song, so we'll get that in there.
That would be such a fun talent to have.
It would be. It would be a fun talent to have. But you have some fun talent.
Like?
I don't know.
Ping pong?
There you go. 870, Jeff Hardy, love the show. Always tuned in from the 870. What is the 870? What's that area code for?
Hawaii.
Poji, you find that out for me? 870.
Everybody take a guess.
I was thinking like the radio station, like AM.
Yeah.
Oh, 870 the Jazz! With Tingle and come.
Give me
Minnesota!
something in Mississippi.
870?
870.
What's Houston? Lincoln, Nebraska.
No.
No, we would know that one.
One guess before we shout out our friends at FanDuel.
Oh, put $1 on it? $1 to
What'd
150
you
for
get
all
a
50 states. 870 the ticket is in
Just trying to think of the city.
Marietta, Georgia.
Marriott.
Tried Jonesboro, Pine Bluff, or Texarkana, Arkansas.
There we go. Up north. We
Should've known
appreciate
that one too.
We appreciate everybody getting in here and starting their morning with us as we're live here from our Southern Regional Medical Center studio. Shout out to Charles Harvey, Jason Ramazan, BJ Kevin, the whole team over here at Southern Regional as they've got a big one tonight. Men's basketball faces off against Mississippi State in the PMAC.
Got tickets if you want them.
There you go. We're going to check out the line on that right now, brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. Don't forget, we have partnered with FanDuel for the entire year of 2026. We appreciate them for being a part of the Tingle & Co. team. And we bring you our FanDuel bets every single day. Right now, it's a standing bet. Obviously, it was plus 800 for LSU baseball to win the Natty via our friends at FanDuel. And also, whatever the spread is for LSU women's basketball in this 3-game homestand, just take LSU covering the points. See if I can find LSU men's basketball tonight on here. The tournament. Right now, tonight, LSU versus Mississippi State in the PMAC. Your LSU Fighting Tigers favored by 6.5 points over the Mississippi State Bulldogs in the PMAC. 6.5 point favorites. Got to win it 100%. But there's your line for LSU athletics today. LSU men's basketball favored by 6.5. How about that? Over the Bulldogs. Also, minus 320 on the money line.
What's the first half?
151.5.
First to 10?
I love those.
There you go. That's
good. Hit that again.
LSU is a good first to 10.
I did
at
it
home
against Missouri.
You did.
That was
Let's see.
10-0.
First half lines. LSU favored by 3.5
I will.
at the half.
God, 3 is right on the number.
It is.
I would take that before.
I'm taking 3.5 first half
Me too.
because I think
immediate FanDuel bet.
they
Good.
know that this is a big game. This is a big week. Big stretch here for LSU men's basketball, and tonight it starts. It'll be hopefully exciting. It'll be interesting to see what the PMAC looks like. I don't know how much excitement there is around this right now, but the Missouri game, I was impressed with the crowd, and I thought it wasn't going to be very large. And it's a good time to watch an indoor sport right now because it's freezing cold outside. So we'll see what it looks like tonight. But we appreciate all of you getting in here, and we appreciate our friends over at FanDuel who do a great job. Like I told you yesterday, there's only one more football game to bet on. There's only one football game left to bet on, and it is the Seahawks and the Patriots in the Super Bowl in just a couple of weekends. February 8th, I believe, is when it's played. So you can go ahead and hop on the line now if you're feeling real good about it, or you can wait. It's also extremely easy to live bet with our friends over at FanDuel. So make sure you stay active as it makes you a little bit more invested in a game you might not be that invested in.
And I was thinking about this because it's
Always bet responsibly.
always within your means. Don't have to be responsible, but don't wake up and be like, I need to call somebody else.
Right.
But I haven't really necessarily been invested in the Super Bowl because the Saints haven't been in it since, 2009?
Yep, it was 09, but it was in February of
yeah,
2010.
okay.
There's always that
the
one
big
guy.
stickler. Yeah, no, yeah. LSU 2004 national champions.
2020.
20. Yeah, right. Shut the whole world down.
2012 appearance.
Continue with your
2011 season.
Yeah.
But that's what, the Super Bowl is still such a spectacle that you do. Not having a team invested in it is brutal. But it's one of the harder things, obviously, to get to, and that seems like it would be fun to go on a playoff run. Haven't done that in a while either, in terms of having a rooting interest. But then it becomes just coin toss, -109 either way, heads or tails, and then Gatorade color and how long the national anthem is. And so we need to find something.
Yeah.
For each quarter or to be invested in, because that's all the coin toss, obviously, at the beginning.
Right.
It starts the game.
Yeah.
National anthem even before that.
And if you cash on that, it gets you.
Oh, you got
You got capital to play with.
That's where you
now
get
you're playing with
dangerous.
house money.
You can dabble in the game.
And then you have to wait until the end for the Gatorade, so I'm looking for something.
Well, I also, just on the Super Bowl, I also love that it's two new teams. There's no copy and paste. It's not the Eagles and Chiefs. I mean, technically, we've seen the Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl. What
a
year
great
was it?
one.
2014 was an
great-
excellent
it was
one.
New players.
But it's new players, it's new coaches, the whole thing. Like, it's Drake May versus Sam Darnold.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good on
Same
paper.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Sounds
But
terrible.
I'm excited. I'm also excited for all the LSU flavor that are on the Patriots side.
That's why we're going
Willie,
Patriots.
Kayshawn, Caleb, Braden Swinson.
I'll be putting money on a Kayshawn anytime. That'll
course.
be in my,
Got
my
to.
lay for the
You know who else will? Kayshawn.
Bet. Oh. No, if you read the Players Tribune,
I did not read that.
you need to. It's actually a really good read. Shout out to Kayshawn Booty. But this morning, we will have Jacques Duceay join us in a little over 10 minutes, 8:30 this morning. Get it started right. The best segment of the week, the best in the business, sports director over there at WAFB is Jacques Duceay, and he's going to join us at 8:30 because it is a busy, busy time for a man like Jacques. Because you've got football offseason and everything that's transpired. You've got men's basketball going on. You got women's basketball going on. You got baseball about to get started. Gymnastics is going. He did the softball media day yesterday. It is a busy, busy time to be Jacques Duceay, the sports director over at WFB. And that's why we appreciate when he makes time for us as he does every single Wednesday. It'll be 8:30 this morning. But Lane Kiffin posted on Twitter this morning, day 289. In the caption, before I read what the book says, his caption is, "So grateful to everyone who has helped me in this crazy journey. I appreciate all of your chapters in this roller coaster of a book. It all happened just how it was supposed to happen, the way it was supposed to happen, when it was supposed to happen. Hashtag God's plan. Hashtag here to serve others. Hashtag 5 years." But in the book, day 289, should we all read together?
Yes.
Are we all prepared? Does everybody have day 289 pulled up in front of their face? Mm-hmm. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Do not underestimate the power of making time for grounding yourself, for preserving your sanctity of mind in the most unassuming ways. Sometimes starting the day with a moment of quiet, rather than immediately reaching for your phone, can be enough to reinforce how important it is to delineate your attention more carefully. Sometimes changing what you see, smell, or hear can awaken parts of you that have been dormant for so long you have forgotten they existed at all. Begin here with the things that seem impossibly obvious. Let them lead you into the revelations that become revolutions.
2 claps, ready.
That was a great job, guys.
St. Billy Cannon, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Death Valley, amen.
There you go. That feels a little sacrilege, but it's okay. We appreciate everybody getting in here this morning. Shout out to Lane Kiffin.
Shout out to Lane. Can we all agree that this is punctuated oddly? Like,
there's some commas tossed in there. Some,
I don't know if this was actually. I don't know how good of a
but
writer.
I will
she
say we
technically
did
is.
an excellent job with the punctuation.
Yeah,
but it did feel like a battle. There
The
were some
first comma
pauses that we
popped
just
up.
right.
And I was like, there's no way Lloyd pauses.
He said delineate. He said delineate. I almost died. I almost died.
Here comes the chat. The chat says, vomit emoji. This sounds like a cult. I'm scared. I feel like I'm in church. Dude, stop. Hashtag Waco. And the congregation says amen.
And this will get retweeted by Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. We'll make sure to
Clip
clip that. We'll get that on Twitter. Shout
I
out to
actually kind of
Lane.
liked it. I think we should daily.
Yeah, I
Whoever's
thought
in
that
here
was
should
good.
read that every day. I kind of like
good.
it.
By the book.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Daily
day 289.
Can't wait what 290 has in store for us.
And we'll see.
290
Find
claps.
out. No
It seems
chance.
like just yesterday we were on like 225.
Yeah, it's crazy
Seeing
how
if he was going to like become LSU's head coach.
And now look at us now.
Wow.
Hashtag.
What a ride.
We appreciate everybody getting in here and enjoying that reading with us. I do want to give. We have a couple more two claps this morning before we get Jacques Duceay in here to talk LSU football. Starting the two claps is Chris Hilton, who was part of the Hula Bowl, the American Bowl, and the Shrine Bowl up to this point, right? And he's been seen by every scout possible. Got the call as a late ad. Ryan Fowler says, sources say LSU wide receiver Chris Hilton Jr. has been invited as a late ad to the Senior Bowl roster, becoming what is likely the first player to attend 4 All-Star events in the same pre-draft process. He's already attended Hula, the American Bowl, was at Shrine the past week, played in the game last night, and will now make the trip to Mobile. That's awesome for Chris Hilton. Look, if there's a story that has been, I don't know if there's one that's been more talked about or looked at over his time at LSU than Chris Hilton. The ups and downs of it all. He gets here as a top prospect out of Zachary. He's just this elite athlete, like genuinely elite athlete, and was never able to stay healthy and get on the field. He was young, and then when it was his time, he was hurt. And then last year, it was like, okay, this is Chris Hilton's time. And then he doesn't get in the game until later, and he's kind of out of sync. He's jumping. He goes viral for getting chewed out by Brian Kelly.
Oh.
He responds by finding his groove against Oklahoma, and then in the bowl game, and just it was like, okay, well, he was actually like second on the team in receiving touchdowns, and he only really played in 2 games. And then the expectations this season obviously were extremely high, and there were a lot of reasons it didn't work out. But he was always out there working his tail off on special teams. And I'm excited he's getting the opportunity to showcase his talents in all of these bowl games pre-draft.
If you're Chris Hilton, would you not see this as your path to success? Every time he's played in a bowl game, he has lit it on fire. So why don't I just play in only bowl games?
Yeah.
Why not?
I love it.
I mean, this is his honey hole.
Yeah, no, I mean, Senior Bowl, Hula Bowl, Shrine Bowl.
Cheez-It Bowl.
Let's do it.
What's it Bowl? Texas Bowl. He always goes off.
He does. And this is huge for, I mean, because he's, like we've said, he's an elite athlete. There's never been a player, I don't know, I won't say there's never been a player, but as of this recent era, that I've wanted to work so bad because you see all the flashes and the pieces, and you know he runs like a 4.3, and he can jump 40 inches in the air, and he can do it, and it just never worked.
He's like a child prodigy almost. You see
Right.
it at Zachary. Was he a freshman? When he scores the game-winning touchdown with basically zeros on the clock, and he's like, then he commits to LSU. Like, oh, I cannot wait for this to get to Baton Rouge.
Right.
And you kept waiting for the one play that to kind of, or just his career to be like, he's going to be a star. And then you saw flashes of it. It's the ultimate tease.
Well, and like for me, I mean, coming from
And I feel bad for him somehow.
right,
I'm getting teased.
I do, of course I feel bad because so at Central, right, Walker and Zachary were both in district. So while I was in high school, Brian Thomas Jr. was Walker's best player, and Zachary's best player was Chris Hilton. So saw them both up close, and when they both committed to LSU, I was like, oh my gosh! I mean, this is cheating. And you saw it happen with BT, where it all comes together. 2023, balls out, first round pick, playing well in the league, and then for Chris, it just never.
Because that could have been Chris Hilton's
It could have
life.
been, of course, and it just never came together. And I'm glad and happy that he's getting the opportunity to showcase abilities because he is he's a big time athlete and he deserves an opportunity.
He is
for
working
sure.
people.
Yeah, I mean, and the part that made me love him even more this year was first man down on punt every time. He's not catching any passes. He's not getting any looks. He's not even getting in the rotation offensively. He's the first guy down on punt every single time.
Well, and it's a testament to his athleticism. When he was on the field, everybody kind of his ears perked up.
Of course.
It was like, don't let him.
Well, it's like, oh, whoa.
Go.
Yeah, no,
And
3,
he's-
we need to shade a safety over the top there. We're not, no 1v1 on the top of the screen.
But you're going to throw a bubble screen on 4th and 2 to him.
Right. Yeah,
Try to
against
get
That's
him
your
to-
play
yeah.
call. Brian Kelly.
It's like not even
you
a good
will pay for
route,
your
but
sins.
I
made the
disagree.
catch. I mean, it's a good
He
route.
didn't need
but
to do it. He's already open.
Brian Kelly, Matt House, Joe.
But
Sloan.
he's so terrified of him going over the top.
Right. Like
And
that,
he'd have been open that
really,
way,
if he just runs a go here,
He's
got him
open.
by
That's what I'm saying. The
5
one thing
yards.
you're scared of, but he has to shoot off the route tree. And
That's all right.
I mean, yeah, that dude's shading inside and still gets beat.
Yeah, no, I mean he's an athlete, man. I'm excited for him. 2 claps for Chris Hilton. Ready.
Well, because we did see him in 2024, him at practice before he got hurt. It was like, oh, he's more than just a go route guy.
Yeah.
Like he was showing off in that offense.
And then he got hurt.
Yep, with Nuss, and it was like this could be a breakout year. Then he
Right.
goes down and he's never really healthy. Then the weird comeback and he gets chewed out by. I bet his breath stunk. Like, ugh, get out of my. But he handled it well.
He did. He handled it well, and he responded. I mean, he was a strong ending to 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Oklahoma, he has the 2 big catches. Then it's 2 or 3 touchdowns against Baylor in the bowl game, and then
I love
just
the
never worked
Brian
out this
Kelly
year.
apologists were like, this is what got him right. It's like, no, it didn't. It was just a show.
There are also 2 former Tigers who have landed in the MLB Top 100 prospect list. Cade Anderson, number 16, and Gage Jump, number 42. 2 lefties from the Tigers, as you see, and Cade Anderson and Gage Jump. Cade, obviously, with the Seattle Mariners. Gage Jump is in well, I guess they're not in Oakland anymore. Where are they?
No, they're still in Oakland.
They're still in Oakland?
But not technically.
Not technically.
They're not in the Coliseum.
Sacramento.
Yeah, they play in the minor league stadium,
Okay.
which is awesome, kind of intimate.
Yeah.
Like they fill it out, but I don't know. If
Well, because,
they'll
I
ever
mean,
go
they
to
weren't
Vegas.
filling out the stadium prior.
They-
But they said they've got Gage Jump as potential middle of the rotation starter if he can stay healthy, and Cade Anderson, 4-pitch lefty with feel and frontline potential because he's an absolute stud. We will take a quick break here. Well, 2 claps for those 2 gentlemen. Ready. Take a quick break here. We'll have Jacques Duceay join us right after this.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Grandin III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff.
Where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here to hour number 1 as we kick it off here at 8:30 a.m. with our guy, Jacques Duceay, the best in the business, the sports director over there at WAFB, who is so gracious with his time on this Wednesday and a busy, busy time as about every sport on LSU's campus is active right now. JD, we appreciate you joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Noah. Yeah, they're all going, which means I just know a little bit about each one. I don't know anything deep about it, any of the teams, but no, seriously, yeah, we yesterday was LSU softball media day. We had kind of an LSU baseball media day on Friday as those teams are about to start. I guess we're all kind of waiting to hear what the LSU football spring will look like in terms of when that starts and wraps and what we get to see. And gymnastics is full speed ahead. Women's basketball is rolling. Men's basketball has a home game tonight. So track and field, I guess, is in their indoor season. They'll eventually move to the outdoor. So, yeah, there's a whole lot happening in Louisiana right now.
That's for sure. It is a hectic time. And when it comes with LSU football, obviously, it is the offseason. They're not playing games yet, but it feels like just from the fan investment and the conversation around all of it, you would think there are football games going on just with the excitement around it. With the portal class wrapping up last week with a huge splash at the end with Jordan Seaton, what are your thoughts on the way Kiffin and his staff put together that class this offseason?
Yeah, that was the final big piece, literally and figuratively, to get a left tackle there. You talk about your most important positions on the field. You often, start with quarterback, obviously. Then you talk about left tackle, corner, edge rusher, but certainly well compensated from what we've all heard. Jordan Seaton, what he's going to be paid, certainly a new era of college football when you see the head football coach at LSU, the offensive tackle, take a picture in front of a Mercedes-Benz and tag Mercedes-Benz at Baton Rouge or whatever.
It used to be frowned upon.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, that would have been just incriminating photo evidence, right, in years past, and slap of probation and a bowl ban on some team. I mean, I think your old school LSU fans will tell you back about the 1980s where I think some LSU assistant coach got reprimanded or got an infraction because he bought some kid a chicken sandwich. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Dale Brown, the former LSU basketball coach, would talk about how players couldn't go to funerals unless they paid on their own. Don Redden, as we celebrate the 40-year anniversary of LSU's 1986 Final Four team, he was a big part of that. He passed away, and the players couldn't go unless they paid their own way. And Chris Jackson at the time didn't have a coat, and Dale Brown got him a coat, and the NCAA frowned upon that. Now we've taken a real big, huge left turn, kind of like that bus that got stuck in the ice in Arkansas. Big left turn, skid off the road where we're paying I don't want to put things out in the ether and be irresponsible, but somebody pretty close to the situation told me what LSU is paying on this roster for next year, and it's a lot. It's definitely north of $30 million, and it might be north of $40 million. It's a lot of money going into this roster this year, and certainly landing Jordan Seaton on the offensive line is big. I mean, you've got, I believe it's 42 out of the portal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last year you had, I think, 18, and it may be the best transfer portal class ever. But I mean, we've got a pretty short history of transfer portal classes, but I think you just look at all the numbers: 10 wide receivers, 3 new quarterbacks. I think it's 9 new offensive linemen. I mean, you're really throwing together a group of guys that need to learn each other's names and start to practice and start to learn a system. We've never in LSU football history seen turnover like this when it comes to the roster, the staff. I think hopes are high. I think expectations will be higher maybe than they should be or whatever. I mean, there's never been an LSU football fan entering a season that says, I think we're going to suck this year. I mean, nobody ever thinks that, or nobody even says, I think we're going to go 8-4. I think with Kiffin and his offensive system and all this excitement, as we've talked about, 31,000 new season ticket holder requests, sponsorship up 30%, a schedule like no other schedule perhaps that we've seen in terms of who LSU's got to play. It's all heading towards a thrilling fall in Baton Rouge.
And everything that you just hit on is kind of why I want to ask the next question, because Noah and I were talking about it in our brief history of being even, I guess, covering LSU or being around LSU. It always feels like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's always you have these expectations. Tyrann Mathieu gets suspended. It's Ryan Perlew plays and then he gets kicked off the team. It's all of these things where it's like everything looks so optimistic going into it, then the other shoe inevitably drops. It feels like for the first time, and I don't want to, that everything kind of feels a little bit aligned here as what they're trying to do, and you had the opportunity for Charlie Weiss Jr. to maybe go to the NFL. He stays. Blake Baker could take the Tulane job. He stays. Those are things that in my past I would see happening and be like, oh, of course they did. And but now it feels like, oh, wait, they stayed. Oh, wait, he stayed. It kind of feels like it's the domino is falling in your direction for the first time. Or am I just jaded?
Speaking to your point, Lloyd, I mean, last year, we've got the offense. We just need to fix the defense, and you fix the defense in a major way, and then your offense falls off a cliff for whatever reason. And or during the Les Miles era, oftentimes, you're winning at least 9 or 10 of the 12 games you play in the regular season. You run the football, you play rugged defense, but your quarterback is holding you back. Or your lack of offensive creativity is holding you back to take the next step. And obviously in 2019, all those things came together in a big way.
And then Joe Brady leaves.
You might want to, this crossed my mind yesterday. Biggest 1-year impact, Joe Brady or Paul Skeens? Ooh, think that one over. I was thinking about coming up with, if I had enough time to sit down, who is my LSU all-time 1-year team, like guys that just played or coached 1 year at LSU. Brandon Larson, LSU baseball, years ago. I think he played 1 year with LSU baseball and he hit 40 home runs in one season. That was back in the creatine was flowing, I think, and the bats were really moving fast. Gorilla ball. That's right. It's like some guy said, he's like, even their strikeouts were intimidating because they swung so hard, it was like whoosh, the whole Alec Box could hear it. But I think that in today's modern college football, you have to play, as Brian Kelly said over and over again, complementary football. They didn't do that. Obviously in 2023 they had an amazing offense. And then on the defensive side of the ball, couldn't tackle, couldn't make the other guys punt, couldn't cover. So I think with Blake Baker and Jake Olson and Kevin Peoples and Corey Raymond, your defensive staff is in place. They understand each other. They've been coaching together for a while. And now on the offensive side of the ball, these guys have been coaching together for a while at Ole Miss. And obviously your mastermind is Kiffin, your head coach. So I think that top to bottom, it feels good. It looks good. And you've got financial support, tremendous financial support. I still don't know how they're paying for all this, but not for us to pay for. So they'll figure it out. But
they can't put the whole state in jail.
Yeah. I mean, I know I've said it on the show many times, but that was always a thing growing up in Louisiana. I thought we were poor. We don't have any Fortune 500 companies. We're not Texas. We're not California. We're not Florida. But apparently we have enough psychotic people that base their happiness on 18 to 22-year-olds winning football games, and that's a great thing. So here we go.
My next question to you is, are you surprised by the mindset Kiffin and his staff have taken this offseason where, you could have, I guess, leaned into maybe a process, or maybe that's just what we're used to, right? Where you get a new coach, the first year is a growing year. You would assume a couple years down the line, maybe after you've recruited and all those things. And, of course, it's changed with the transfer portal. But they're going all in on 2026, obviously, with the money and the resources they've used from the players they've went and got. You don't go get a Jordan Seaton and a Sam Leavitt to try to win in 2027. You go get those guys to win in 2026. Did that surprise you at all, the kind of all-in mindset going into next season?
Yeah, I don't really know what I expected, to be honest. I mean, I think we expected that when the transfer portal opened, there was going to be a ton of guys coming to LSU, and maybe in the beginning it went a little slower than people expected. Maybe we had expectations that Trinidad Chambliss and the running back Kewan Lacey, they were both going to come over, and automatically your backfield is in place. And but I think it's interesting that Harlem Berry and Caden Durham look to be your leaders in the running back room. You've added a lot of running backs too, but there's nobody that you brought in that was, 1,000-yard rusher or put up huge numbers last year. I think they all have potential, and as we've seen with Kiffin in the past, he's found guys that on paper may not look like 5-star, 4-star, or all SEC guys, but when they're plugged into the system, they become star players. And so I think that's what you really bank on too, is finding like the NFL, players on a discount. Your Pierre Thomases, so to speak. You find a guy that's undrafted and you don't pay him a whole lot of money, and he's super productive. I think that those are the kind of things you're hoping Lane Kiffin does for you. I think he will. LSU is all in. I guess you don't want to think on what can go wrong, but I think on the flip side of things, there's always pressure. There will always be pressure at LSU, but it does dial it up in terms of, we went to go eat at Gino's last night, and it was amazing, and we paid what we paid. But if you go someplace and you pay for something and it's not very good, you don't want to go back. Right. And so I think that's the pressure right there in terms of, hey, I'm putting up all this money. I want to see a return on my investment. Right, I want to see us go at least 10-2. If you come back to me after an 8-4 season and Kiffin isn't as great as what we thought, then do people pay again? So I think there's a lot of pressure there in terms of, like you said, going all in.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't think his, when it comes to getting money and resources, his stock is never going to be as high as it is right now. My next question, because there's a lot of conversation about it online, you talk about next season. When you hear expectations, your first thought is, okay, well, let's look at the schedule. To you, in your opinion, when you look at next season's schedule, the home slate is obviously massive. What are, in your opinion, the biggest home games next season, and why are they in maybe the order they are?
Well, I mean, right off the bat, you're counting down all summer to LSU football in the first game, and it's been a while. At least I'm trying to think back. It's been a while that LSU has hosted a season opening game against a big time opponent. It's when I was growing up in the late 80s, LSU would always open with Texas A&M, and they were always highly ranked. And it was this big game to start the year. And then in the more modern times, we moved towards these neutral site games against big opponents. I think the biggest LSU ever played off the top of my head was in 2011 when LSU played Oregon in Jerry World, and both teams were ranked inside the top 5. That was a massive game to start the year. LSU won it big, and they had the amazing season they had. So I think that right off the bat, that's a huge game. The fact it's in Tiger Stadium, it'll be sweaty, it'll be hot, it'll be pressure on both teams. Dabo Swinney to come through after all the stuff going on with him, and Clemson and Lane Kiffin to win his opener. So that's massive. And then as you move through the year, Texas A&M, they embarrassed you in your own stadium last year. They got your coach fired. They created all those embarrassing optics with their student section taking over your student section and all those things. So I think that's a big game you look at. And then you got back-to-back games against two of the biggest name brands in college football in Alabama and Texas. So, those back-to-back weekends, there might be some people around here that won't be sober for about 14 days. So you have to look at that. So that's pretty amazing. So, and just the month of November is going to be extremely challenging as you close out the year. And and you certainly don't want to have more than, say, 2 losses. You want to be in the playoff hunt because you're going to your last 2 games of the year. You might be freezing. You're going to Tennessee and you're going to Arkansas in late November, and along the way too. I'm great. I've always enjoyed going to Auburn and Jordan-Hare Stadium. I think that's kind of the epitome of college football and what college football is all about. I didn't like it when they changed the scheduling and Auburn fell off the schedule. So I like that. And then you're going to Kentucky, which is, people really love to go to Kentucky in the fall. It's a beautiful place. They can go see some horse races and go to a Bourbon Trail or whatever the case may be. So I think the schedule top to bottom may be the best schedule in terms of excitement and where you're going and matchups and everything that we've seen in a long, long time. I mean, I remember certainly, when Verge Osbury, the AD, was a player in 1988. LSU opened the year with Texas A&M. They went to Tennessee. They had Miami, the Hurricanes, in the heyday of the U, come to Tiger Stadium. There were a lot of huge games back then, non-conference games, and so yeah, I think it's very exciting coming up. I think that the customer is going to get what they pay for in terms of season tickets.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be a massive season. Just like you said, that home stand and with Bama and Texas is going to be unreal. But around campus, there are a lot of sports with a lot of expectations, and the fan base expects winners really from almost every program on campus. You talk about being in everything in school. My question to you is, how realistic is it to be that good and dominant in kind of, a competitor in every single sport, with football and baseball, men's and women's basketball, softball, gymnastics, track, all of it? A lot of the fans expect to be at the top. You obviously went to softball media day yesterday, and you've got baseball last week and coming up soon. Gymnastics is one of the top programs, and then women's basketball right now balling. But then you have programs like football in the past couple of years and men's basketball right now that have maybe not performed up to par. How possible is it from resources and expectations for all of those programs to be good or elite?
Well, I think that you've got coaches out there who, for the most part, get along and they understand each other's plight and the pressure to win. But I think they're all fighting for their own program. They're all fighting for their piece of the pie. They're all fighting for as much NIL support as they can get. I think that when you look at it, somebody put this to me in a good way. LSU might be hurt by the fact that they have so many sports that are good, meaning they've got, this stick of butter in terms of NIL that they're trying to spread out over all these different teams who are impactful, as opposed to like a Vanderbilt, who they don't even have a softball team. They don't do gymnastics, and so they have less sports to maybe invest money in, or some other schools maybe are bad in sports and they just kind of put up the white flag and say, yeah, we're just gonna suck it up and not be great in those sports and invest in these sports instead. So I think men's basketball is obviously really interesting in terms of, as bad as they were a year ago and still made $2.5 million. Just imagine, instead of 3,000 or 4,000 people showing up for games in there, if they got it back to the Dale Brown days or the good John Brady teams when they're putting 12,000, 13,000 people in there, how much more money could they be making on men's basketball if they were making the NCAA tournament and having big crowds and so forth? I think that, some people still scratch their head. They don't understand why women's basketball can lose $7-8 million when they pack the house and they go deep in every year. I think from what I've heard, some of their prime seats are $12, which is the same amount as a high school football game. Maybe they should go up on their ticket prices a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of expectations in your sports, I think Beth Torina is the only coach that is left from the Joe Oliva time. I think Dennis Shaver was hired by Skip Bertman or promoted when Pat Henry left way back in 2004. But obviously softball hasn't been to the World Series since 2017. They've been to 4 super regionals since. They were 1 win away from the World Series 2 years ago. But the fact that they've, got beat by Southeastern twice at home in the NCAA tournament last year, twice by the Raging Cajuns 3 years before, people are starting to grumble. This is Beth Torina's 15th season. So whether you're winning big or not, after the 10th year at LSU, some people, it's just they get tired of looking at the coach sometimes, no matter the sport or whatever. There can be some fatigue there. So, but you look at soccer, they make the Sweet 16, which is the equivalent of a super regional, and it's a historic year, and it's the first time they ever do it. They've done it, and it's celebrated.
Right.
And then on the softball side of things, you lose in a super regional is moaning and groaning because you haven't been back to the World Series. So you can be a victim of your own success, but I do think that they will have to take a hard look at men's basketball at the end of the year and what direction it's going. Because, Noah, even if you show promise and you start putting it together and you win some games down the stretch, what does that mean for the next year when all the players are in and out? If everyone leaves, this is not like growing up where it's like, oh, well, Ricky Blanton will be back next year, or Garrett Temple will be back next year, Tasman Mitchell will be back next year, Marcus Thornton's coming back. You really don't know.
That Pete Maravich was real good as a freshman.
He was. That's before my time. My mother still tells me to this day she really regrets not going to many games back then. Didn't go to the basketball games when Pistol Pete played. But yeah, he played as a freshman, and freshmen couldn't play varsity, and apparently packed the house for the freshman games, and everyone would leave for the varsity. But yeah, so I think top to bottom, LSU sports obviously has never been probably better. But your two revenue producing sports, the football, men's basketball, have been lacking in terms of on-field, on-court success in terms of what you expect. So hopefully next year those two improve, and then you see it in the bottom line. Although I still, Verge says it's not even so much about getting money back when you invest as much into football. It's about Alabama. Their enrollment before Nick Saban got there was 25,000. Now it's 45,000. People around the country, young people want to go where the college is happening, where they're having fun and the football team's winning. And so, as Skip Burpin would say many times, ooh, athletics, it's the front porch of your house. Ooh, it's what everyone sees when they come over. So that's it. That's a long rambling rant for you, but that's the answer to your question from me.
And it's almost, you have to put money in to get money out. You have to invest in what you're doing, and that's what they're doing on the football front. But for men's basketball, it feels like that's also kind of the same distinction you're seeing from the fan base. We went to the Missouri game, and Noah and I talked about it. It's like there was more people there than I thought. And it feels like it's almost a last stand for McMahon and the people that have invested in the men's basketball program. They haven't completely bought out, but when you see the way that this program is transitioning and where it's kind of headed, do you continue to see that buy-in from the fan base? Because it to me, and this is strictly, I guess, the TV numbers, but to see that being a revenue-driven sport and being the only two of being football and basketball, but to still see the buy-in from the fan base's perspective to try almost will McMahon to have one more year, and if it's not that, then where do they go?
Yeah, I think like people my age, like 45 and up, that grew up on Dale Brown and the John Brady Sweet 16 and Final Four team, and remember that longed for those days to come back. We know it, and so we have maybe an investment in that, but you have to keep in mind there's probably a generation of kids or younger people, as the LSU's Final Four appearance 2006, believe it or not, was 20 years ago. And so you've got a large group of people that have grown up not knowing how great LSU basketball can be or what kind of emotions it can give you.
They're not spoiled.
They're not spoiled. That is correct. That is correct.
You're talking to that generation right now.
Yeah. Well, and look, being hired by Channel 9 changed my life. It has put me on the front lines of some of the greatest moments in the history of Louisiana sports. And I will put up there covering LSU's 2006 Final Four team. I'll put that up there with any of my football experiences. It was just as exciting. Yeah. It was amazing. It was to be in the Georgia Dome with 30,000 people there and to see LSU take down Coach K, Sheldon Williams, J.J. Redick, and Duke.
The Dukies.
The Dukies. That's it, man. That I'll never forget that. I mean, that was amazing. And so Basketball, when it's on and it's popping, it can be just as exciting. I don't want to say it can be just as exciting as football, but it was when I was growing up. I mean, that's the way it was. So I think everyone's rooting for Coach McMahon. And some guy at the gym the other day, he put it to me well. He goes, nobody can say anything bad about the guy. We just don't win. And that's just kind of the way it's been so far. So they got some winnable games coming up on the slate. Will they make an NCAA tournament? The odds appear to be against it, but hopefully they can get this thing back in the right direction. And I mean, I don't like the fact that the most successful teams are just the ones that are going to buy the most players. I don't think anyone really likes that, but that's some people may argue that's the way it's always been. But even with LSU putting up $9 million this year as opposed to maybe $2 million a year ago, they're still not in the top 5 or 6 of the SEC, or maybe even the top 8 in terms of NIL investment in the team.
And you talked about like spreading the butter, as it were, with the NIL packaging and how LSU is going to do this. Do you see this sustainable over time for not only football, because I feel like they took a large portion of that butter, and when you look around like the landscape of LSU basketball, LSU women's basketball, I know Jay Johnson and LSU baseball, they want more. But whatever, you only have so much.
Are you there? I think I lost you.
Oh, you got me?
Oh, there you are.
Okay. Whenever you have so much only to give from the coffer when it comes to LSU basketball that needs money. You have Kentucky's basketball program that put up $20 million for their roster. LSU put up, as you said, upwards of $40 million maybe for the football team. If the other coaches are looking around, how does that sustainable for having every program be successful? Because like I said, I know Jay Johnson wants to have a new indoor facility and all these things, and he deserves. He's won 2 national championships since he's been here. And so do you think that LSU is able to sustain this being relevant in every sport, or do you start kind of trimming the fat, so to speak, as to what's important?
Well, yeah, you make a good point. I mean, I was thinking that in my head. Certainly, I think LSU baseball and Jay Johnson, their NIL support has not been what you might expect for a team that's won 2 national championships in 3 years. And I'm sure from Jay's perspective, it's a case of, hey, look, just because we're doing what we're doing, don't just take it for granted that we're going to continue to get the best players in the country because we're LSU and we play at Alex Box Stadium. We have all this great success. We need to, anticipate and stay ahead of this thing. And numerous people, whether it's Board McKernan or coaches on campus, they've told me this is not sustainable. They've been saying that since 2022 or whatever. This is not sustainable, yet we continue to sustain it moving forward. So, what you would really hate to see are the sports that, we don't spend a ton of time talking about or going out to see, whether that's men's and women's golf, swimming and diving, track and field. Track and field might be the most underappreciated sport at LSU in terms of what they've produced. And, Pat Henry won 27 national titles. And, used to say, we're stars outside of our city. We'll go to a track meet in Philadelphia and people will know who we are. And then in Baton Rouge, people don't come out to our meets. And so, and then when they make it big at the Olympics and whatnot, your Mondo Duplantises and Lolo Jones and so forth.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these people that are nationally known and are now getting huge endorsement deals, and that sport is not very well supported, I don't think, in terms of NIL money and support. So you would hate to see sports get slashed just to keep feeding the fat cow of football. But hopefully that never happens. I know Verge will fight that hard for it to happen.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, JD, we appreciate you making some time for us in this busy season of covering sports. What all do y'all have going on over at WFB coming up soon?
Well, we got a busy day of basketball. The Southern Jaguars are at home today for a 1:00 game against Valley. That game was scheduled for Monday, but got pushed back because of the cold. We've got that. We've got the men's team playing Mississippi State tonight, a game that they got to have. I got Cade Beloso, former LSU national champion baseball star, coming by the station today for a Jacques talk. We're working on some things to honor the 20-year anniversary of the 2006 LSU men's basketball Final Four team, the 20-year anniversary there. We've got LSU baseball preseason special that'll air February 12th. We've got our high school football player of the year that's going to air at the end of February. So needless to say, we've got a lot going on at Channel 9 right now as we move into the spring and really the busiest sports time of the year.
Yeah, 100%. I will say, I'm coaching basketball at Central, and John Eads has come to 2 of our games, and we've lost both of them. So I'm going to need you to let him know.
Maybe he can't
he's
cover
gonna
baseball.
He's going to have to focus on baseball, and he can't come shoot any of our games anymore.
Well, I thought you were going to say we were 2-0 and that you've really muscled up with John Eads, so to speak.
Might need him on the court.
But maybe it's too much muscle. I don't know. So, I think John Eads almost got a state championship ring from the football team a year ago because I think he covered them like nobody covered them.
Oh, John Eads is revered in Central, in the city of Central. Everyone loves him from the coverage of the football program from that state championship run and into this football season as well.
Well, we just need to get a little more good juju going with the round ball, and hopefully we got some time to work that out.
Amen.
So,
Jacques, real quick, you mentioned that you were blessed to be hired by, obviously, WFB starting there. If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing?
Oh, man, that is a scary question, Lord. That is something I do not want to think about. I might be sitting next to you over there. I don't know.
A startup.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, I appreciate
it.
You are sitting right next to me, essentially.
I'd be gravitating to something in terms of LSU or Louisiana sports or whatever. I've thought about that so many times where, you cover a football game and it ends up being a 12-hour day, 14-hour day, and it goes by relatively. I could be sitting at an Allstate office trying to be an insurance agent. 1 hour would go by like in 10, when do I get out of here? And so I think I'd be in public relations maybe or something where I just get up and talk a little bit and not much the rest of the day. I don't know. But I was definitely not cut out to work on a roof or dig a ditch or work on cars or, do any real world stuff. I've been lucky that I fell into this, and I could not believe, and some of my family couldn't believe, you're getting paid to go do that? They're paying you to go do this? It's like that 1 week in 2007 where I spent the whole week in Tuscaloosa covering the first Saban Bowl, Les Miles versus Nick Saban, LSU, Alabama. Then the next day I drove to see the Saints take on Jacksonville Jaguars in the Superdome, and Drew Brees threw for 300 yards in the first half. It's like, wow, how blessed am I to get to live this life? So.
Yeah, and it's not all luck, JD. You're the best in the business. You are a legend in the field, and we appreciate you making time for us for sure.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna carry that legendary status to my workout and see if I can, not be an old man at the gym today. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. See you.
Yep.
There he is, Jacques Duceay, the sports director over at WAFB. It really is. When your job revolves around covering sports. Like I remember that was after Omaha. I had one of those revelations. Like after we were packing up, getting ready to leave. I was like, we just came out here on a whim and did shows and witnessed a national championship. It's pretty cool.
And shout out to Tom Granning for here you go.
Yeah, Tommy G.
If y'all can, you need a little something to get you there. So sponsorship always helps, but it is something because like the way JD put it, when you go, I just spent 12 hours doing this, and it's like I would be doing this anyway.
Right.
You might as well try to find an avenue to make a little bit of scratch doing it, because otherwise I would spend 12 hours still at going to campus.
Right.
And
yeah, I'd still be watching this game.
I'd still be doing this the exact same way.
Yeah. I would still have this conversation.
Exactly.
Not on a microphone.
I'd still be scouring Twitter for the tiniest little ounce of news.
Yeah, right. And telling everybody about it.
Exactly.
And still getting asked the same question.
Right.
Well, you're the sports guy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, technically now.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Thanksgiving's always fun.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Jacques Duceay.
Shout out to JD. We always appreciate when he makes some time for us. It's one of the best segments of the week. LSU football, Rivals does their 5 stars, right? They wrap up 2026 with 32 5 stars they list out. And LSU ended up with 3 of them. 2 were expected. One was a late riser as, of course, you had Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson were the two expected 5 stars. They were ranked number 10 and number 18 in the country. To me, it is unbelievable what Lamar Brown is. You're telling me he's the 10th best player in the country? No chance. He's probably top 5 offensively and defensively. But he's the number 1 player in defensive line and in the state of Louisiana. Then the number 2 defensive lineman, number 2 player in Louisiana is Richard Anderson. Those are 2 5 stars. And then there is Corey Barber, who jumps up to the number 28 player in the nation, a 5-star wide receiver out of Pinson, Alabama, who was a longtime Ole Miss commit. And when Lane left Ole Miss, he decommitted, and he came over with Lane there. So that is a huge addition for LSU that you do not get without Lane Kiffin. Obviously, Rich and Lamar were committed prior to Kiffin. He held on to them, did great work there, keeping Blake Baker around to keep them locked in. But Corey Barber is an addition you do not make without Kiffin becoming your head coach. So a huge addition there. And Preston Guy on Twitter, who does a great job at dissing other programs a lot when it gets a little messy. He does his work.
I would say defending LSU.
100%. 100%. He says 5-star player signed by Lane Kiffin in his first off season at LSU. He signed 6. And in his 6 years at Ole Miss, he signed 3. This includes high school and the portal. And he did not include Husan Longstreet and Jordan Ross out of the portal, who were 5 stars out of high school because they were 4 stars out of the portal. But with Barber, Brown, Anderson, and then Leavitt, Uman Mielen, and Seaton, Lane Kiffin has brought in 6 5 stars to this LSU roster for 2026. So huge additions there. And that is essentially the reason why. And out of high school even, I'll remove the portal from it. Out of high school, he only signed 1 to Ole Miss. I think it was Suntarian Perkins, the defensive end or outside linebacker there at Ole Miss.
He saw Harold ruin his day, and he goes, I need me one.
I need me a Perkins.
Yeah, I need me a Perkins.
And it worked.
And a 40.
And he's good.
Yep, and a 4.
Yeah, and so that was his 1 at Ole Miss, and then he walks into the LSU job, and he snags 2 from the state of Louisiana, and Lamar Brown and Richard Anderson. They're in the trenches. Because, in my opinion, that's what also makes such a big deal is these are 2 defensive linemen that are coming over, right? Where you've seen the teams that are the best in the country are strong there. And you've got an offensive mind that can take care of that side of the ball. And then you're giving Blake Baker these weapons. It's huge. So that's the reason why you go to LSU, right?
Absolutely.
That's the reason why you make that move.
I will say, look, I don't understand recruiting in terms of how they rank people. What are they doing this based off of camps? What has Lamar Brown done to go from 1 to 10?
So they don't update them as much throughout the season.
Maybe you should.
When maybe you should. So what they do is they take the season holistically, they reevaluate numbers, film, and some of the camp stuff, and then they change the rankings. They do it kind of after each season. So Corey Barber had a massive senior season.
Went over 1,000 yards.
So after being a 4-star after his junior year, they look at this season, they're like, okay, that's a 5-star wide receiver. And he jumps up. I think he was like number 100 and something, and he jumps up to number 28. So a huge leap there that he made. And this is just part of the reason, and I will say, Corey Barber would have been an Ole Miss Rebel if Lane Kiffin stayed there. Right, but instead, Lane takes the LSU job, and in addition to that 5-star he already had in his pocket, he adds 2 more out of high school, and that's the reason why you take the job. And that brings me to my next kind of discussion. Was Paul Finebaum appeared on McElroy and Kubelik in the morning and discussed Lane Kiffin's move from Ole Miss to LSU, and the quote is, "In the end, I believe Lane Kiffin is going to come out of this very well. He took a chance, he took a hit, but ultimately, what was he trying to accomplish? He was trying to get LSU in a position to be a contender, and he has done that. So as ugly as early December was, as embarrassing as late December looked, and even into January while Ole Miss was beating Georgia and making a run at a national championship, and Lane Kiffin was being cooked by everyone, including me, he may very well have the last laugh. He has put together an amazing portal roster. Could he have done it coaching up until a week ago? I don't think he could have. So he gambled, and I think in the end, Lane Kiffin will be the ultimate winner in spite of all the mud, in spite of all the egg, in spite of all the criticisms. Lane Kiffin is in a very strong position this morning. He's never been in a place quite like this. Tennessee was outstanding. Ole Miss had a lot of things going for it, but neither Tennessee nor Ole Miss equals LSU. He's a smart coach. He's got a good staff. He has a place where the resources are endless and the facilities are top-notch. So ultimately, I think he has every single thing going for him. And this was my point from the start with all this, right? At some point, everyone was going to make this change that Finebaum has made, right? Mm-hmm. Where in December and through the playoff, it was very easy to point and laugh or to question or to try to diss what was going on with Lane leaving Ole Miss to go to LSU. It was very easy for all that. And a lot of people are going to follow suit in the way Finebaum has, where your emotions are going to change about it because you're going to look at it and you're going to go, okay, well, why does he leave LSU or Ole Miss to go to LSU? And I will say, Pete Golding has put together a pretty good portal class. It's the number 2 portal class there, right? You can put together that, like Lane could have put together that portal class at Ole Miss, right? Ole Miss, Lane couldn't put together this portal class at Ole Miss, right? So he can put together good classes, bring in good rosters at Ole Miss. What he's done at LSU this offseason, he could not have done at Ole Miss, and he definitely could not have done it had he stayed and coached it through at Ole Miss. Right? If he, LSU was fine with him sticking around, but when Ole Miss made the decision that, okay, that's not going to happen, if you're leaving, you got to leave now. Like I said then, ultimately, that is a win for LSU, and it has been. The way he was able to hit the ground running and get this ball rolling when retaining a Blake Baker and bringing over his staff and the whole thing into this the high school recruiting and the portal roster. Couldn't happen if he stayed in Ole Miss. And I think a lot of people, especially as time continues on, are going to continue to make the jump that you saw all Paul make. Where, I was laughing at him when Ole Miss was going on a run. And it was, well, why would you, if you want to win a natty, why don't you just do it right now? You've got a chance. And there's just maybe a month and a half later, you look at Lane Kiffin and you go, actually, I think he's in the best possible position. Because like Paul said on that last stretch, the last sentence, he's a smart coach. He's got a good staff. He has a place where the resources are endless and facilities are top-notch. So ultimately, I think he has every single thing going for it. And I think and this was my point the last 2 days of the show, was where LSU's PR was at a low point before Kiff got here. And so you looked at it and you went, why is he going there? Right, the governor's a mess. They don't have a president. What's going on with the AD? They're paying this guy $50 million to get out of here. They just went 7-5. There was so much that looked wrong with LSU and even the state of Louisiana. And over the span of a month, it has been flipped on its head, and you couldn't have had a better PR shift than you have. And so I understand why that's where the mindset was, but LSU's always been different. And it's only going to continue. People's minds are going to continue to change as they continue to be successful and continue to win.
Oh, that's just kind of a hack job by Paul.
It's lazy.
That's what he grabbed the lowest hanging fruit, and now he's grabbing it again.
Of course.
First of all, because Paul knows that he needs Lane Kiffin for his show, and so what is he going to do?
You got to suck up to him.
Yeah, well, no, the berating leads to the banter leads to the suck off. And now it's like, oh, kumbaya, I found my next Nick Saban and maybe Alabama that I can blow hard for the next 5 to 8 years and continue my job because I couldn't be governor or mayor or whatever he was trying to do. But, you can miss me with this, with Paul Finebaum. Like you did what everybody did. And now it'd be like, oh, actually, they're going to be good. You should have said that from the jump.
Well,
because nothing's changed.
Everybody's going to follow suit on that.
Exactly.
The whole narrative's going to shift.
Now this is going to be the easiest day you can have. It's like, whoa. Actually, when you sit back and look at it in totality, of course, did he leave in the best way? Well, who's to say? Should we really believe everything that came out of Ole Miss and how it was handled? Maybe Lane Kiffin did want to stay, and he was done dirty by Ole Miss, and now you can see why I went to LSU. Look at the things he's been able to do with those resources in that program. That was not what you were singing whenever it was very easy to go, where's the bash Lane Kiffin button? Oh, right here on my desk. Like, it's very easy to read Twitter and come up with takes that everybody is saying the same thing, and you go, well, I'll just say this. It's a popular opinion now. But, Paul, if you knew ball, you would have been the only person maybe in your field in the national landscape to go, actually, this is a smart move.
It's actually genius.
And it was. And it's proving to be right now.
Right.
Like, we don't have the actual results
on the field.
But in the offseason,
right,
you very much do. And it's like, do you know who Lane Kiffin is and what he's done at Ole Miss? Yes, you've seen it, where he got that. Like, how did you not believe that was Lane Kiffin that got Ole Miss there? Because where were they before him? So you can do that math very quickly.
Right.
And you go, well, now put it with the program that is dying for success and will do clearly anything to have it. You'll fire Ed Orgeron.
And has done it before historically. Has been successful.
Has built up a brand to be successful, and now it's missing one key ingredient, which is a coach that they've really never had. And then the decisions they'll make to get to that point again, it's a brand that is refusing to fail. You find a guy that has built up a brand in the SEC, done it against you.
Right.
That math is pretty easy to do as well. And what he did at Ole Miss, why can't he do it at LSU times 2?
And that was our point the whole time.
Yeah, we just sounded like LSU apologists, but it's like when you look, you have to
look at it holistically.
You do. You have to take your fucking emotions out of this, and you can't judge it based off of.
Does it suck for Ole Miss? Yes.
I don't care.
But
is it good for LSU? If it had been the other way around, and if I take the emotion out of it,
that's
a
what
smart
I'm saying.
decision.
If you take everything out of it, is it bad for one program and good for the other? Yeah, but you can't be and you can't be so upset about the direction the sport is going, right? When it's something that maybe you don't agree with. When you just look at this right here, it makes sense. And it's what we said from the jump, right? I mean, this is a program that is missing one thing. It's got everything else, needs that. And on top of that, when the hire was made, we said the biggest win in all this is the excitement that's going to come from it. Everyone's going to be bought in and all in. And that's what you've seen up to this point. And so the point is everyone is going to make this flip that Paul has made. Because they're looking at it and they're going,
shit.
Oh, God, they were right.
They're going to have to cover all their bases because the media went off and was like, oh, he's a con man, he's a coward, he's a snake. So that in 5 years, if Lane Kiffin flames out and gets fired, they can be like, well, we saw this coming.
Right.
But now you see them, they signed the portal class, and they're like, oh, well, this roster's like top 5 in college football. Maybe they're going to be fucking good, like all these LSU fans were telling us. And now they're like, well, let me go out and say maybe Lane Kiffin will be successful.
The surprise of next year of 2026 will be, watch out for LSU.
Yeah. Maybe LSU is a better program than Ole Miss. Like, maybe they were right. Maybe they knew something.
Yeah.
Like, you think?
It's just, it really is, it's crazy to think that, because what was the other thing? Like, if I'm a player, why would I want to play for Lane Kiffin, right? He's leaving his roster up. Well, then you turn around and 16 high schoolers and 42 transfer portal players all want to play for the guy. And you're like, well, shoot, well, that was wrong because they do want to play for him, right? Because at the same time, how many of them are committed to, you know what I mean? Like, they're also going year in, year out, 1 year. The sport has changed, and so you can't look at Lane Kiffin and go,
he's what's wrong.
He's what's wrong with it, when it's happening everywhere, right? And what he did was the same thing that nobody's looking at Landon Clark, right, the quarterback from Elon, going, what is he doing leaving Elon for LSU?
How could you leave Elon?
Why would you leave
one team that gave you an opportunity?
The starter at Elon to be a backup at LSU, right? How disgusting. Well, no, we got a promotion. Being a backup at LSU is nicer than being, and I'm not going to compare Ole Miss to Elon, but Ole Miss to LSU as the head coach is what? It's a promotion. Yeah. And I think people are now slowly realizing they were wrong in their emotion of it all, because Lane can't put this class together in Oxford. It's just, it wouldn't have happened.
Go listen to Luke Altmaier talk about him. That's a guy that left Ole Miss because he couldn't be the starting quarterback, got beat out by Matt Corral, has every reason in the world to bash Lane Kiffin, to say he's not a good coach, he's going to fail at LSU. He says, oh, he's going to fucking tear it up.
Yeah.
The dude fucking knows ball. Like, that means something. That's awesome to hear him say that. Like, I love that clip.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Because it's not just like, we knew Lane here as a play caller was going to, I mean, we've witnessed it. I mean, like, you've seen it firsthand. whether he's the OC at Alabama or he's the head coach at Ole Miss, we've seen
at USC in 2003.
Right, this scheme
20
ability
years old.
That he's had since day one, right? And but on top of that, he's got a chip on his shoulder, and it's because of guys like you, Paul, that wanted to hop up on the microphone and bash the man and bash the man and bash the man. What's he doing? Now he's got to prove all of you wrong, and his the coolest thing that's been going on social media for LSU after the portal has wrapped up is scroll through Lane Kiffin's Twitter. It's Lane, Charlie Weiss, George McDonald, Eric Wolford, Kevin Peoples, Corey Raymond, Blake Baker, every single coach, Joe Cox, every coach on staff is taking pictures at schools all across the country.
He's supposed to be on vacation.
They are recruiting their tails off, and on top of that, they're letting everyone know about it, which I'm all in on. And that is set in stone from top down. I would not be surprised if that's an order from above of like, hey, Kevin, whenever you're going on your recruit to meet with that defensive end at that school,
matters.
Take a picture of the school outside and just post it on Twitter. It's easy, 5 seconds. Do it. Because guess what? Lane's retweeting and everyone's noticing and everyone's seeing it, and it's proving all of the naysayers wrong. They're letting a naysayer know. You know what I mean? Reese Davis, shout out to Reese Davis, also dissed Lane Kiffin. And that's been the coolest thing to sit on social media and watch. I mean, Lane Kiffin, right, it was the New Orleans connection, which was, there was going to be question marks losing Frank and not having that pipeline in New Orleans. Well, then, the first day after the portal closes, Carr, Sanog, Shaw, Rummel, John Curtis.
Everywhere.
Brother Martin, the whole thing, right? I mean, he takes a picture at John Curtis in front of the trophy room, which, the craziest picture I've ever seen in my life. It's unbelievable.
Insane, yeah.
I mean, because you zoom in, and it's baseball, volleyball, football. It's just every sport known to man, they've got a state championship trophy in that room. Yeah. But it is... It's been so impressive to see, and that's why I'm saying everyone is going to make this flip that Paul Finebaum is making because they have been proven wrong. The low-hanging fruit, like you said, the tomatoes or the egg or whatever at Lane Kiffin, all you want, tarnish his name, he's proven everybody wrong. And I know we are biased when we talk about it because we are LSU fans.
But we're also in the trenches.
We've also watched this program up close for our entire lives. We've seen the way it works. We know what it can be. Better than people that look at it holistically. And when you add Lane Kiffin into this equation, there was never going to be a time where it didn't make sense. And since he's gotten the job, he's just win, 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 win every way you could win this offseason.
Well, it was just the short-sightedness of it all because of the optics around it. And Ole Miss won the battle but lost the war, right? In that certain time period, like how could they spun the victim card of woe is me? How could you? And then it became how could you leave somebody that's going to the college football playoff? Like you already have built something. You have you already built a program. Why would you leave to go to? So it's this is why, and the short-sightedness of being able to spin it in a way of this is Lane Kiffin's fault. He's this is why you don't get in bed with him,
right?
Versus maybe I'm making the best decision for me because just as badly as LSU needed Lane Kiffin, maybe that's just as bad as Lane Kiffin needed LSU, and he's proving it what he's done in the offseason so far because, like you said, what he's done on social media maybe is a top-down directive of, hey, go post a picture because not only do the fans see it, which is nice, it does spin in a positive direction.
Of course.
You know who else sees it? You know who else is tagged in it? The player. Guess
Right.
where they spend their time?
Well, in the
on
school.
social. Everybody's on their fucking phone all the time.
In the school, I remember when I was in high school, Nick Saban went to Walker to see Brian Thomas my senior year when BT
Shut the
was a
city
junior.
down.
And I went to Central, and we're all like, "Do you know Saban's at Walker right now?" Mm-hmm. Like it's a big deal, and that was just word of mouth. There was no pictures posted. That was just like somebody at Walker saw it, said it somebody here, and so they got around.
Gave him a telephone.
He came to my school. I remember seeing him. He came to recruit Irv Smith, the tight end, and I was like, Yeah, he fucking got him. Flipped him from A&M. And we're like, I hate this guy. And I see him walking through the gym, and I'm like, holy fuck, it's Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Like, look at that guy. Like, it's fucking, he's short. Like, why is he so short?
Yeah,
like,
the 10-inch
it was
dick.
awesome, though.
Well, and so for these schools, it's like Lane Kiffin's posting a picture of our school, and so for the schools, it's great because it's like, look, Lane Kiffin's been in this door. There's a connection here. If you want to play, because high school programs do recruit players as well. It's a real thing that happens. It's become much more prevalent the last couple of years. Because I was talking to a coach the other day. I was like,
the OGs of the transfer portal is high school.
yeah, like it's what like now it's becoming a bigger thing. Like it's like every
now they're allowing it.
Every year they're just changing schools.
Like that's what you mentioned, John Curtis. Yeah, that's why I say
Well, yeah.
bought, not built.
Of course, but still, I mean,
But yeah, they were just ahead of the
they're
curve.
ahead of the curve.
They recruited me. They tried to get me 8th grade.
There you go.
I said no. I wanted to play baseball.
There you go.
I don't want to run the veer.
Fucking failed badly.
Got a terrible
Didn't
life
play
choice.
a fucking pitch. I could have been fucking John Curtis's long snapper. I could have won a state title.
He got a
I went to
Louisiana Tech.
Fucking Holy Cross. Fucking idiot.
But then you have, like, when he does go to, whether it's not John Curtis or Warren Easton or these schools that they see him tagged, like, we haven't used Twitter since 2021. It's like, you should probably retweet that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, yeah, this is how it works now.
This is good for us. This is good for everybody. And so it's just really fun to watch. And that's why you're going to continue to see.
Paul, you're not welcome to the party, pal.
Right, you're going to continue to see everyone do this. Everyone. Because nobody. Nobody stood up on the podium when it was happening, was like, no, it makes sense what Lane's doing. Everyone was tomato, mud, egg, the whole thing. And now they're witnessing it work, and they're like, oh, shit.
Maybe it wasn't better. Maybe it was a good decision.
We're wrong. I mean, I saw Joel Klatt, and Joel Klatt was right in this assessment, but I do remember when it happened, he talked about how bad it was for the sport.
Where's Bill Cowher now?
It is bad for the sport.
And Joel Klatt got, he was there yesterday. He was like, honestly, the SEC needs LSU. Lane Kiffin and LSU can save. And I'm like, okay, he's not wrong. Like, I mean, if you're really going to look at it, you've seen the Big Ten.
Who's won the last 3 national championships?
The Big Ten have won the last 3. They've been the whole deal, right? And LSU hadn't even. I mean, the SEC hadn't even been in the dance.
Yeah.
The last 3 years, like it was what it was. Indiana versus Miami. That's Big Ten ACC, and then it was Ohio State, Notre Dame. Before that was Michigan played Washington.
Yeah, the only SEC teams that have made the Final Four, it's been Texas,
right,
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Not
and
really
so
your
since,
SEC powers.
And so that's where the argument has come from, where since Saban's left, it's like, okay, now that there's no Alabama, can anybody else do it? And Georgia can because they haven't, it's been up and down they haven't been able to capitalize the last few years. But then it's like, okay, well, who in the SEC is going to step up and do this thing? Maybe Texas, maybe Georgia. Outside of them, genuinely, who's it going to be? That's the conversation. Like, outside of those two, because you feel pretty confident in those two and the programs they've been. Outside of them, who's it going to be? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think it's going to be Ole Miss anymore, right? Because that's definitely all changed. Alabama, iffy, right? They've still been a decent program, but like we're used to
the king is dead.
We're used to it being here, and it's not. No disrespect, Hunter Hall. Texas A&M, right there, Texas A&M. They've never won anything, and so it's like Lane Kiffin and LSU got it. Like that's the call. If you want a third SEC team to come in and step up, you need Lane Kiffin and LSU to be right. And so now I think even the people that cover. Work for ESPN, because obviously ESPN, SEC, you can be upset about all you want, are looking at it like, oh, we actually need LSU to be good. Like, this is actually what's going to help us out a lot. And it's Lane Kiffin and LSU that have to be that third team in the SEC, and I think people are now looking at it and realizing that like, that's who it's got to be.
Well, it comes down to the national version of this is, like you said, bad for the sport. It's shame on Lane Kiffin for leaving his whatever, however you want to spin it, to now it becomes the SEC is now looking around and going, what if LSU's good?
Yeah.
And we should hop on it now because we don't want to be late to the party, which you already are, of what if this is the next dynastic run? Because from a national perspective, they didn't like it because they were scared of what this could be. And from an SEC perspective, at first glance, if you're just looking at the teams and the powers that be, also scared of like, whoa, what if this? It's like, well,
what if this works?
I don't have to be tied to any program. But
Right.
I would like to hop on this bandwagon now because it might be the team we cover for the next 5 years. It might be the only thing we're talking about for the next 5 years. It might be that version of Alabama where I'd like to get in with the program because it's what we're going to be talking about. So who's going to be first to the coffer?
This thing's
when,
gonna
like,
start rolling.
I can get Lane on because now I've been sucking him off for the last 6 months.
Right.
It's like, I like
even though
what
at
you said.
first I was bashing his name.
But that works perfectly for Lane to be like,
Right.
I heard what you said because he hears
Because he hears it
everything.
all. He's got the little notebook. Because there was only one person that got on the microphone and was on his side. In the public national media, there was one person.
Big Nick.
And it was Nick Saban. The only person that went to bat for him, and everyone wanted to go at him, which to me, I mean, are you kidding me? It's Nick Saban. Whatever he says is gospel when it comes to college football. That's the only person that got on the microphone on the television and was like, no, what Lane Kiffin's doing, I mean, it's the right move. And you know why he knows that?
He's done it.
Because he knows what the right moves are. He knows what these programs look like. He knows how it operates.
Also, just a big brain theory here. Nick Saban, every opportunity he was given, picked against Kurt Cignetti, he was employed by Cignetti's dad. So I'd imagine that was a rough relationship for a young Nick Saban where he probably got dog cussed a ton. Cignetti, while Nick Saban said, I can't do college football this way, Cignetti said, I'll take any job and do it this way. And now he's a little bit scared of what Cignetti could do to his own legacy of from the Saban tree. But if he does what he's doing at Indiana, which is kind of what Nick Saban did at Alabama,
except Alabama at least had
some pedigree.
Right.
And he sees a Cignetti, an older head coach, go and start going to the college football playoff in his first year, go and win a national championship in his second year, and he's like, they're going to start talking about Cignetti a lot. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, what can I do to sabotage that?
And it's also, he's
Puppet master to get Lane Kiffin to LSU. He's like, he needs a competitor.
Yeah.
Let me get my guy over to LSU because this Cignetti thing has to stop.
Yeah. Well, and partially, I think, too, because, like, he is from the Saban tree, but he's kind of like the excommunicated one.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he didn't go like Kiffin, or like Kirby Smart, like he was a coordinator and then left for a bigger job.
Right.
Like, Cignetti left on his own volition from, like, a smaller job, took, like, a pay decrease to go coach at, like, IUPUI, and paved out his whole, like, own way.
Like, yeah, Saban can't claim him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think Saban would get more credit, obviously, if it was like a Kiffin or a Kirby Smart.
Right.
So I think that's part of it. That's a good point you raised.
Yeah, that is a good point. It'll be fun to watch because I mean, like, you turn on the television and a lot like what were the Final Four teams? It was
Ole Miss, which
Miami.
was Golding, Miami
Right.
and Cristobal, Indiana, Cignetti, and Oregon and Lanning.
All Nick Saban guys.
Yeah.
Which is just, and that is, I mean, it's a testament to the man.
And now, also from an LSU perspective, it'll be nice to have Saban back on campus for College Game Day. Whenever now he has an actual tie
Right,
again
yes,
to LSU
right.
and a real rooting interest, despite what he would probably do personally.
Right.
I think he wants this to succeed. Just a holistic level of using that word a lot today.
Right.
Like his personal feel of how he probably feels about Lane Kiffin. Like that's my bad little fucking step kid.
Well, and he's
But I
tied
want him
himself to it.
Yeah, he's put a stamp on it.
Right.
And now it'll be interesting to see maybe that shed that Alabama skin to be like, oh, I got my old color. So
Well, I would say that's also part of what can give you the confidence is because Lane has been very vocal about attaching Nick's name to this, and Saban's been very vocal about being like
involved,
attaching him. So this isn't just a Lane Kiffin thing. Like Dad's name is attached to this too,
Well,
and we can't screw it up for Dad.
And
beat us.
he'll fight to like tooth and nail to give you the support on a platform that is is the biggest in college football. Who was a Brian Kelly advocate that you saw hop on and be like, no, there wasn't one. It was like, oh, I don't really know what's going on in Baton Rouge, but Brian Kelly is the most active wins in college football.
Yep.
And it's like that was it. He didn't have actually public support from anybody in the community because nobody fucking liked him.
Yeah.
And now you have the biggest voice in college sports going to bat for you if it ever does become a little wobbly like it was at the beginning. He's like, no, I'm telling you, this is not the worst decision he could make. It's probably the best decision he could make. And then his words carry weight. And now to have that in your back pocket as well is good. It's a good coup for LSU to form again.
Yeah. Speaking of great coaches on a whole lot of rings, there's a big talking point around the league right now as there's some return on the first ballot Hall of Famers. There's a name left off. A lot of people feel different ways about this, which surprised me. As Bill Belichick, the 8-time Super Bowl winning head coach, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. He fell short of the 40 out of 50 votes needed for induction to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. Raise your hand if you were surprised.
Shocked.
Hold on.
Show the room. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Like I looked at my dad when the news came out. I was like, why? Like how? And there's a lot of he couldn't have done it without Tom. I don't care. That's you can't take away from what he's done as a coach because of the quarterback.
Tom
right?
couldn't have done it without him. Like,
right. Just because Tom went and did it in Tampa Bay doesn't mean he's the only reason Bill. No, Bill Belichick is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And it's the utmost disrespect that he was left off the ballot in his first year eligibility.
Starting to find out a whole lot out about these Polians, huh?
These Polians.
Get yourself as far away from them as you can. This man is...
Hire myself to be the head coach.
The whole family is like that Thanksgiving is a disaster. But they all just have their fists up their own ass and be like, look how good the Polians are. Dad, wear your gold jacket to dinner. And like, oh, I'm the new head coach and AD.
Right.
Like, good for y'all. But Polian, like, putting himself up on this pedestal as somebody that's going to work a room for a decision to be made that, like, he actually needs a year because Deflategate and Spygate.
Okay.
And it's like...
Are you going to hold Deflategate against Tom Brady?
That was going to be my next point. When Tom Brady comes call, you don't think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer?
And he was a part of he was the quarterback throwing the deflated balls.
He called the guy the deflator.
Like,
because he lost so much weight.
Are you going to hold that against Tom?
No, that's what I'm saying. Polian will try because Polian is mad about Bill Belichick because Bill Belichick actually built something it didn't have what Polian had, which, how hard was it to draft Peyton fucking Manning? Like, that's your legacy. You had Peyton Manning.
What a scouting job there.
Right.
I mean.
And he fell in your lap.
Yeah.
And that's all Polian has is his success at Indianapolis, which is tied exactly to one person. Because where have the Colts been since then? Right. And Andrew Luck, who retired because it was so bad. Mm-hmm. And then you have Pat McAfee, the punter, is the second most popular player there ever. And Polian's still out there walking around going, you can't get in as a first balloter because there's too much going on around it, so you're just not going to get in.
They're going to hold the Deflategate against Tom Brady.
So he gets a 1-year ban from being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
No.
First of all, if you're Bill Belichick, I would take this as more of a compliment than being a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'd be like, this is how bad, this is what y'all think of me? Good, I'm glad y'all still think about what I did. Because it could be everything else. It could be like, well, look at how it ended without Tom Brady, and now he has to go to college and he fails there, and it's like, it might be bad PR to have Bill Belichick around as a first ballot Hall of Famer because it's also public. But to hold his success against him is a crazy move where everybody is doing something to gain an edge at some point. It's just a matter if you get caught or not.
Right.
But
I'm not
doing this as like to work a room to form a coup against him for 1 year.
I'm not the biggest Belichick fan.
Me
right?
either.
I'm not a Belichick supporter. Right. And I think what's going on in North Carolina right now is pretty funny to watch, and it's embarrassing for him. The man's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I know I see y'all in the chat talking about they're going to hold it against Tom Brady.
No, they're not.
They're not.
No, they're not. You can't.
You can't. Right? You can't. They're not going to hold Deflategate against Tom Brady. They're not going to use it as, they can try. It's Tom Brady.
He's the golden boy of the NFL, and he will be. It's like saying that. It's like holding.
Well,
it's like holding Michael Jordan of him leaving to play baseball. It's like he can't be the first ballot Hall of Famer.
And look, they held it against Barry Bonds and Pete Rose.
That's a different
Way
thing.
different.
Much different.
And they shouldn't have, by the way.
Right, and I'm not agreeing with the fact that they have. But Tom
and
Brady's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Bill Belichick's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
If you're Barry Bonds and you're Pete Rose, certainly if you're Barry Bonds, like, I don't give a shit. Everybody, when you think of Barry Bonds, what do you think of? Even with or without steroids, best baseball player I've ever seen. Like that's all I need to hear.
Right.
That was the best you ever saw. That was the best baseball player of all time. I don't need that. The Hall of Fame should want me. I don't need it.
The Hall of Fame is it's one night. Like it's the ceremony.
I'm sure it feels good to say, but even if you're that good as a Barry Bonds, a Bill Belichick, like I don't need the Hall of Fame to prove what I've done.
Yeah.
Like sure. Oh, I was the first. If you have to walk around and saying that, it's like Shadur being able to say he's a Pro Bowler.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it doesn't mean as much as you think it does. It's to a lot of people, it is a distinction of like I made it to the Hall of Fame. Like I've done more than that. Like Hall of Fame is a nice accolade on my resume, but it's not my resume.
Right. No, I mean it's so the Super Bowls. You watched them. Yeah. You saw them.
I
think it feels
6 of these.
It probably feels much better for them to be like 30 years from now when somebody asks me like greatest NFL coach. Well, Bill Belichick's up there. Whether he's a Hall of Famer
but he won a first
not,
ballot
like,
Hall of Famer. It's like,
okay,
well, let's have a conversation.
Like, yeah.
Greatest quarterback of all time.
Tom Brady.
Michael Vick.
Of course you're going to say that. It's Tom
in
Brady.
some things.
Yeah.
He was pretty good at some things.
It's the greatest quarterback
that was
of all time.
His cousin. He was not in charge of Bad News Kennels. He just funded it.
So I thought it was absolutely jarring when I saw it yesterday. I just could not. And like I said, I'm not a Belichick guy.
No,
like
I don't think any of us have any ties.
I don't care.
No, it's a fundamental disrespect to the sport.
Yeah, like I just.
You know, it isn't disrespectful to the sport, and is something that you'd want to see, and is revered, and something that should be held in high regard. Somebody got a facelift.
Shoo! God, it's pretty, isn't it? 8 is it's such a good number because it just lines up perfectly like that. I mean, it's.
I was wondering.
Well, and my favorite part, right, is you look and you see 91, 93, 96, 97, 2000. Like, all those are in, like, this range.
It's called a dynasty.
Right. It's a dynasty. And then you see the long wait between 2000 and 2009. Then the longer wait from 2009 to 2023. And then it's like,
we're back.
Good to see you again.
Because you've always wondered, maybe me, every time I looked at it, at what point are they going to have to change the layout? Mm-hmm. And then after 2023, that's when I was like, they're going to have to figure out a different. It's not just going to be able to be one row anymore.
Right.
And now you've reached stagger status.
Well, and as of right now it's the biggest question.
And they left a good bit of room down here.
Where are you going to drop the next one at? Because, I mean, more are on the way.
That is the coolest fucking thing you can have.
There's nothing better than that. I mean, it is
such a dick on the table.
It's such a flex, like really, because you see other programs that put up College World Series appearances and regional wins and
but guess what they're copying?
Ain't nobody got it like this.
But it doesn't say national champions. It's Tennessee going, look at all the regionals we've gone to.
Right.
Like, cool, man, that's a lot of years. Mm-hmm. LSU doesn't have a big enough stadium to put all the regionals they've gone to, much less hosted. But this.
Oh, that's a good question, P-Dub. When we get Roe in, we're going to ask him his thoughts on the
Oh, God, he's probably
pissed.
Yes.
But back to this, no, I mean, there's nothing like this.
The powerhouse.
And it's the other piece of it is it's modern day, right? This isn't like a bunch of 1930, 1940,
USC's
1960.
intimidator.
No. That's not what this is. This started in the 90s, cuz. 91, 93, 96, 97, and then there's 4 this century.
It looks so much better with the 2 rows.
It looks
like last year where the font was getting kind of small.
Right.
Across, it looks so much prettier.
I mean, guys, there's room for 4 more, and there's nothing of as big of a flex as this is. 96 back-to-back years.
Oh, there's no. I mean, it's the hardest thing to do in sports, and it's right there.
And there could have been more, but that's what you always say. Because,
oh my gosh, I mean, it could have been every year of the 90s up there.
And I think if you gave Jay Johnson Truth Serum, I think he'll look back at this and go, I can't believe we got one in 2025.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's probably looking at 2026.
Yeah.
As more of the year. You get Bear Jones back. That obviously changed the trajectory of what you thought
you weren't expecting to get Jared back. You went and got portal pieces that ended up being massive hits.
I think he believed in that part.
Right.
But the way it all came together.
Kate Anderson making the jump.
Yes.
Massive, right? Chase Shores throughout the season building to the end. You know, like when it started, you were like, it's not looking maybe as crisp as we thought.
Chris Hilton.
Yeah, and then
all
it just
the talent
builds to the end, and then it's like, okay,
this crescendo was at the end. It's
Case and Evans, I think you knew you were getting a player, and then even he said when he was talking about it at the presser, he was like, well, when he got on the mound against whatever team it was, week 1, he was like, I think it kind of took all of us aback in a second. We're like, wow, wait, timeout. And then he only got better.
He became a dude. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was a guy that was, in Case and Evans, he came here, he was like, I want to be a two-way athlete.
I want to be a
shortstop,
and pitch.
And I'll pitch a little.
Yeah.
And then he got into the box. He's like, I think I should pitch. Like, he made the call himself. He's like, Jay wanted him to, he's like, try it. You're
player's coach.
Number 1 athlete coming out of Texas in terms for baseball, like number 5, shortstop number 8, pitcher number 1 athlete. He's
Here we go.
You're more than welcome to play the field if you want to and hit. And he's like, I think I'm just going to pitch. And then that paid off. But the proof is in the pudding. And I think Jay Johnson, in terms of what he did in 2023, I think that was one that obviously it was very hard, the road that you went and how you got it.
Right.
But that would always be
you couldn't not win it that year.
That would have been LeBron against the
It was 2011.
Mavs,
yeah.
Right. Like you had all the talent in the world.
Yep.
It would have been a mismanagement on your part. Like there's nobody else to blame.
No, I mean
but you win it.
On a smaller scale, it's 2024 LSU football where it's like, no, it's your fault. I mean, 2025, it's your fault this didn't work. You're fired.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't win in 23, that's what it's
so
like.
That's a gigantic monkey off of his back to be able to say, okay, I got the one whenever I had all of the pieces.
Right.
As confident as he is, that makes now I firmly believe in my process.
Yeah.
And in 2025, that became, this is how we do the deal. Like I've cracked the code.
Yeah.
And if you listen to me, and now they're all bought in because he's done it twice. And in 2025, that was his team that he built.
Yeah, it was his roster. It was
all
Jay
him,
Johnson.
because people would go to 23 like, well, actually, Paul Maneri recruited Dylan Cruz.
It's 2007.
Right.
Where it's like, it's Nick's players.
This was 2025 was entirely a Jay Johnson built baseball team, and now when you look at 2026, it's there's one way to do this thing. You're with me, or you're not, and they're all like, we're with you, because the management of that roster and how to plug and play people and to have no ego in the locker room or in the clubhouse and be like, no, we want to win. Like they're all bought in on the same thing, and it's the purest thing in sports is we want to win. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It's not about me. It's not about him. It's about we. And that's what Jay Johnson has instilled in LSU baseball, and that's why I do believe that there is a couple of more spots on this intimidator.
They know what they've got.
And they proved that with the contract, and I don't think he even cares about that. But he'd much rather an indoor facility. But
you may also tell you the reason why they don't put regionals and super regionals and those things up on the,
because it's expected.
Well, not just that. Regional champions 86, 87, 89, 90, 91, 93, 94, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, 2015, 2016, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. College World Series appearances 86, 87, 89, 90, 91, 93, 94, 96, 97, 98, 2000, 03, 04, 08, 09, 13, 15, 17, 23, 25.
You wouldn't have any room for.
You wouldn't have any room. I mean, like somebody said it. Somebody just said it in the chat. They said, CVO said, put regionals and super regionals on the seat backs.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should just put what years they missed the regionals in the outfield.
Unfinished
It'll just
business.
be like 1956, and that's it. That's the whole thing.
That's it. That's the list.
Yeah.
COVID.
Literally, yeah.
Didn't have it.
No one made a regional that year.
Right, yeah.
It'd be incredible.
Oh, my God. It
2017
is.
still hurts.
Because imagine.
It does.
Yeah.
It does hurt.
I hate that one.
But, I mean, even this, like you talk about the pride in which we have for it, being a former player or a player and seeing that, but then the actual name of it, the Intimidator, imagine being somebody else walking in to play in there, and it's the bottom of the 8th, the bottom of the 9th, and you look over your shoulder like, this is what they do.
This is who they are. They're a machine.
Yeah, down one.
Shoot.
Butthole gets a little tight.
Shoot, man.
But look at where we are. This is the pinnacle of the sport, and these people are letting you know about it, because that's the one thing. I don't think LSU baseball fans, like the core of it, is not like an entitled fan base. That they want LSU to win, and they'll say some things, but I think that the root of it, they truly enjoy it, and they don't take anything for granted when it comes to the actual game being played. Now, they'll say some nonsense and have terrible takes, and they want LSU to win every game, but when it comes down to it, you're going to hear them, and they're all going to be on LSU's side because they know that there's something there. The magic of the box is real, and it kind of seances you into no matter how negative you are and what kind of LSU fan
how bad it looks,
or like how you want it to. There's some people out there that want it to fail. They're like, oh, just to be right. Like, I knew this was going to happen. But then whatever it becomes, the bottom of the ninth, or a possum goes on the field, or whatever it may be.
There's a weather delay. It's 1 a.m.
Yeah, you're mad until you're not. And it just kind of enamors you with, like, this is LSU baseball. Like, there's something still so pure about it that I don't think any other place in the country can encapsulate it.
No.
Ready for it to start.
There's not another place in the country or program, like any sport in the country, that's that, man. Like, there's a magic about it, like you said, that just when you really sit back and you think about it, or you watch it, or like what we're doing, where you sit and you talk about it, it makes you feel good.
Well, I posted this stat last year after they won the national championship. If you take the big four sports, football, men's basketball, baseball, hockey, professional and college, both levels, LSU is the most winningest program since the start of the 90s in terms of titles or national championships of anyone. That's MLB, NBA,
NFL.
Hockey, NFL, college football, college baseball, men's basketball. Like, LSU is the pinnacle of winning in big-time sports, and we get to experience it.
And we're still upset.
Yeah, and there's there's still fucking idiots doubting Jay Johnson in the Twitter comment section. During football season, I argue, because I'm a Twitter guy.
Of course.
During football season,
we know.
I argue with other fan bases. During baseball season, I argue with LSU fans.
Yeah.
Like, oh my Lord, I don't get it.
I'm gonna have to go see it. I have to just drive by.
Might get arrested.
When's the scrimmage? Has the scrimmage schedule come out yet? Because they should have scrimmages this week, correct?
I think in 2024 they waited to unveil that until I think the first game.
Really?
I believe. Yeah, I don't remember it being unveiled this early, which I know. I mean, we're like, I think it's 16.
Yeah, there are scrimmages this week. The schedule just has not been released yet.
I think that is a part of it becoming the standard, as opposed to celebrated of like.
This isn't a jersey retirement. We're not all going to go win. This is every year.
I think that's a Jay thing, because he talked about how he studied like Alabama and like teams that have tried to go back to back, and I think he's trying to like separate it. Like 2025 was its own team. It's over. We can talk about it, in the future. But this is 2026. Like, we need to win.
Because if you did, and I think you're right, because if you did wait until opening day, it's like you're celebrating something that's already happened.
Right,
exactly.
Like, we can't be looking back to that right now.
Yeah,
and that's
because we're playing a game today.
And that's what I loved about Jake Brown's answer, where he was like, "We're not thinking about defending our national championship. That's over. We are hunting the next one." So they're not the hunted. Yeah. Right, they are still the hunter, and that is just—it's such a
it's a mindset.
It's a mindset that's been instilled by the head coach, where it's not we're defending that one. That's over. We won it. It's done. Like, I mean, there's nothing left to do for that one. It's new year, new me. Let's go do that. Let's go do this one. And I think that, like you said, I think that's part of it, where it's like, we're gonna separate that from. We're just gonna put that up there, and we're not gonna get everyone, because everyone's mindset needs to be adding something on that, not acknowledging the one that's already been added.
And you have how many days until first pitch?
16?
16 or 17, I want to say. Cause
I think Friday's 2 weeks away, so 16.
But now you have 16 practices of now the players see it. And that gets, so it becomes...
Of course.
It's going to be awesome today. It'll be awesome tomorrow. It'll be awesome the next day. But then it'll be like,
but we're not standing and applauding you for it.
Right.
Instead, you're grinding and looking at that's the goal.
My God.
Because we could have did a celebration.
Oh, they would have done the PA announcer.
Right. The whole thing.
And now and they'd be like, well, now we're going backwards.
Well, and a handful of us, part of us, we weren't even on that team.
Right.
Like...
But it is going to be sick to walk out there and see it.
Oh my gosh.
Like today, the
Intimidator's
up.
Because for the returning players, it makes you that much hungrier because now you see what your hard work got you. Let's do that again. For the new guys, it's like that's why I came here.
It would
to
almost
do that.
piss me off if I was like a new guy because it's like I'm seeing the 2025, I can see it,
right,
and my name's not attached to that.
Yeah.
I want one that like I was on the team for.
I want to be up there too.
I want in 20 years to be able to bring my kids or grandkids back to this Alex box and say, you see 2026? It's fucking me.
Yeah. I was on that one. I was on that Dardar.
I'm going to do it. I wasn't on the team. I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I was there for that.
I was tweeting.
I'm gonna show my kids 2025. Be like, I was on the field after that one.
You know, people have buried on the internet.
You see this confetti?
You know that boombox?
I still have that.
I still got my confetti.
You know that boombox video of Cade Belusa they still tweet about to this day? That's my video.
Yeah.
I started that. That was me.
There you go. Man, I can't wait. I really like it. It's 2 weeks away.
Oh God, could you imagine not? That must be tough.
What?
Sorry to bring it down. To be LSU and like you talk about like the 2015 team, or like go to there, like we should be up there.
Oh, 2017.
2017.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like,
Eric Walker doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, 2017, man.
Russell Reynolds, dude.
I remember watching it.
See, I think he feels. Probably says the same thing.
No, but it's not his fault. He played. He was awesome.
Right.
Maneri fucking left him out there too long. You sack of shit.
That's LSU baseball.
That's
right
LSU
there.
baseball for you.
Still, dude, it makes me so
Will
mad.
Helmers.
It makes me so mad. Yeah.
Stud. No, I mean 2017. Like the lineup, it was man.
Because when you got to the finals in 2017, it felt like a coronation more so than like you were gonna win. Like because you beat Oregon State. The 2 games against Oregon State were like,
oh my gosh,
2 of the greatest college baseball games. Like they weren't like overly entertaining. It was just like unbelievable.
Grind.
Like so good. Like Alex Lang was fucking nails in the first one.
Yeah.
Caleb Gilbert went crazy in the second one. Shout out to the home plate umpire. They fucking fucked Stephen Kwan on the ball down the line. And then Papirski goes fucking back to back. Like, oh my God.
No, that team, man, Papirski and then freaking Dykeman with the bright green bat that you could see from Mars.
Yeah.
And
Kramer's blonde hair.
Cole
Freeman.
Antoine Duplantis.
One of the Jordans who I hated.
Bo and Bryce.
Yeah, I think that was Bo. I think that was Bo Jordan.
Man,
what
got hit by.
But Florida, but straight up,
pitches.
like Florida in 2017, like that pitching staff.
No, they were loaded.
Yeah.
Faieda
Like you
was
look back
stud.
at it and you're like, we kind of ran into the wrong team.
Well, that's why 2025 is so impressive to me because Jay, the way he talks about it is like we beat the most talented team in the country. He thought Arkansas
is the best team in the country.
Yeah. And he
we talked about it preseason.
Like he can't help himself but looking at the paper.
Yeah.
They're loaded.
Well, because that's the thing. Like they've always put together the staffs. They've always had these arms.
They finally had offense.
And then it was like, oh, now they got a lineup, and they've got the Golden Glover on Golden Spikes at short.
Yeah,
hit it to him.
Can't turn a double play.
Take the safe one. We'll be fine.
I couldn't believe that was the hill you
Thank
wanted to
God.
die on after that game.
I was shocked.
You were shocked. I get it. No, because I remember.
I felt bad for him.
I remember sitting there watching it, and when he threw it to third, I was like,
"Great play."
Yeah. You're kidding me?
Turns out it wasn't.
Because, like, to me as a voter, and this is no disrespect to Aloy, I can't give you the Golden Spikes after that. I just can't. Golden Spikes makes that play. Like you're telling me you're going to give the Heisman to the quarterback that
check down?
Had the guy wide open down the seam and checked down and got.
But I don't even think
tackled?
it's that. It's not that he tried to make the play and failed. That would be like you've got the guy wide open downfield and you overthrow him. That's fine. You had the guy wide open down the field and you option pitched it to the defensive end. You fucking idiot! Like you didn't even try to.
Well, it wasn't that wrong
You're
of a
just
play.
dumb.
Just like we needed 3, I got you 5 when you could have had 60. Like
Yes.
you could have won the game. It was like, well, I didn't lose it, and then you did.
You did.
But
it's just insane.
It was, dude. I'm telling you. This shit, Matt, like this is what it is.
It's magic, bro.
Even when you're in Omaha and it's not there.
Because it's the same place.
And Luis Hernandez is going to hit one off your shoulder, cuz.
It's a home game, and you could feel it, and that's what happens to people, especially baseball.
Yeah.
It finds you, yes. And
it's like a magnet.
Then you have a place that's supposed to be a neutral site. It's like,
right.
This is not neutral at all.
No.
And then you make one, and you're like, I think I did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And then the whole, like, you gave them more. You.
Yeah.
Like,
once you get
I thought you were dead.
Curiel's safe at first.
Yeah,
that's when it started.
It gets there, and
Yes.
then Aloy doesn't turn the double play.
And Aloy doesn't turn the double play because of that.
Because of that.
They're like,
Right,
we got to make sure we get an out.
Right, and then Hernandez lays her off the bat, and it's a hard hit ball. Like, it's a tough play to make. But if you just let it hop in front of you and you field it, I mean,
that's the pressure.
But the pressure, you freaked out. Oh, I don't know, because I remember I was in the press box for this, which I regret. But I was sitting up there, so of course, you've got the angle, so I'm looking, I see it go off the bat right to left field, and I was like,
in the place,
and then it bounces off his shoulder, and I was like,
yeah,
are you kidding me?
They're gonna tie a game up.
Sorry to y'all's ears for hitting the table like that.
But the collective noise going from how it was building, right? It was getting, you say crescendo, it was getting to that moment, and then it off the bat, and it just goes because it looks like out, like hit hard, you're excited. And then that happens.
You see the angle, you're like,
oh yeah,
right
because
it's right at him.
Anytime ball meets bat, it's and it was hit hard, but then you see it, it's like
right at the guy.
And then that happens, and it was a fucking
it rockets off his shoulder, and you're like, and it goes literally about as far away from him as possible.
You couldn't have thrown it to a better place.
No. It goes as far away from him as possible, and then of course it's Bear Jones steps up to the dish.
And the best thing is, Jay Johnson had the same reaction to all of us.
Of course.
He's like, oh, it's awesome. And then all that did was tie it.
And then Bear Jones comes up, but it's inevitable.
Yeah, and if possible, the dude hit a 9th inning 2-out walk-off to go to the College World Series final, and that moment's underrated.
Of course.
Because of what happened before. Which is insane to say.
But it's also, like, you... If you're Arkansas in that moment, that's why it's probably underrated. We've lost.
Yeah, you had already.
We came back twice in the game. You're like, it's over. Like, we can't beat them.
Yeah.
No, and then you're in this moment where it's Bear Jones, who's been a little bit, he had 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, earlier
he struck out earlier in that game. With and 1 out, runner on third.
Yeah,
right. So he has, and people were getting like the bad fan is he's going to strike out like. But then there's everybody that's like, he might hit a tank. And then he hits just
one right over the.
But when you looked at Arkansas on defense, there's like, there's no hope.
They're distraught.
It's over. It's over. If he just makes contact, nobody's gonna make a play.
Luis put him
Papi
put him to
time for a siesta.
See. Yeah. Oh, that's 2025. It's time for 2026, and I cannot wait.
I want
for LSU baseball to get here.
Everything that happens is you never expect anything. Do you want things to happen? Absolutely. I don't say this team better, this team has to, whatever. If LSU plays the way that they can, or if it operates the way this machine has been built, cannot wait to be able to. First of all, to be able to. We're going to Omaha. We'd go to Omaha again, and I'd like for you to. What we did last time was one of the best trips I've ever, one of the best times of my life. And it was a fever dream.
It was pretty crazy.
But it was unbelievable. And now we have
another jackass.
No, not only that.
No, I mean,
it's the amount and how you'll feel is.
Can't wait, man. It's exciting to get here. I
hope we get the experience.
We will all be in there on February 13th, that's for sure. Alec Box will have Tingle & Co. in there. Every single member of the crew will be in Alec Box for first pitch.
And
because
I'm in a sorry to cut you off, but with Omaha, I'm in a weird spot with Omaha because I've actually been to Omaha before,
right?
But not when LSU went.
I
went to cover it. I was in a high school journalism program, and I got to be able to go and do live videos from the field and everything. But it was the year that we lost to Florida State in the Supers, and that's literally probably the worst LSU baseball loss I've ever felt because I knew I'm gonna be there next week. And the dates we were there were like, I'm going to be there when LSU is there. When they play against it would have been Michigan. And fucking Pulmonary won't fucking walk Mendoza, and he fucking hits the fucking
You're going up against Mike Martin, though.
Single, man.
You're going up against
I know,
Fate.
it was his last year. It's
Yeah.
just, fuck, that hurt.
Yeah.
But I will also say, I guess the one way to put it, when it comes to LSU athletics, never put yourself in a place that you aren't yet. Don't ever let yourself even think or fathom or know.
Don't look ahead ever.
You can never look ahead.
Can't.
Because it will set you
Well,
up
that's why
for
it's
those
called
feelings.
It's like a trap game, right? A look ahead spot. And then when you're in the moment and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to, next game when we get,
Yeah, because that's exactly what you did. We were like, oh, man, I'm going to be in Omaha while LSU's there. It's like, they're not there yet. And you set you up for it's a great feeling, and I guess when you look back, like perspective-wise, because it makes the victory that much sweeter. But that feeling is the worst feeling on the planet, and I'll say that that thought won't change.
No, I mean, it's you think back to when they beat Florida in 23, you think back to 17. Right, when you were thinking about, this is finally the time against this team,
TJ Yeldon,
those colors and that logo, like you think of that, and then you even think of Game 2 where they're just rocketing everything you're throwing across the plate, and you're like, we're getting smashed, and then you return the favor. Then when you look at Coastal Carolina's logo on the board, and you're like, the memories come back of sitting in Alec Box when they're dogpiling, and you're just like, that was one of the lowest points of my life.
I hate that feeling.
You know what I mean? And then it makes it a little bit sweeter when you've had those moments, not just those moments against those teams,
No, because Coastal was very much done it before.
Yeah,
at your yard. And also, is their coach allowed to coach the first game? A 2-game suspension.
No, you can't coach first game.
That's fucking unbelievable.
It's incredible.
What a jackass.
Such a.
That's why I wanted Tennessee to hire him so bad, so then they get him, and then can't coach first game.
That guy
didn't Tennessee hire internally?
Yeah, they did.
Elanders.
And that also.
It's either the
Hey, you're running from that.
Yeah.
Vitello's like, I don't know if I can do this.
Well, because they finally hit the mountaintop and they did it, and they're like, okay, now it's us now.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, no, it's not that. That was so hard to get one.
Right.
He's still here.
And he's already got 2.
Mm-hmm. And he keeps beating me.
I'll
go to San Francisco.
We were up 3-0 in the bottom of the 9th. We still couldn't fucking beat them.
Yeah. Field a grounder. Or don't.
At fucking 2 a.m. We couldn't get them.
Couldn't put them to bed, man.
He feels like shit.
It's exciting. Can't wait. February 13th, we'll be there. We'll hope to see all of you there. Because you should be there.
Then it's funny now that you look around because Tennessee baseball Twitter, very similar to what Ole Miss football Twitter has become.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they...
Oh, here you go.
You have no God.
Baseball scrimmages this week. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Going.
3 p.m. Friday. And then 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
It's going to be cold as
There's
shit.
your baseball scrimmages this week. 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. 3 p.m. Friday. 1 p.m. Saturday. 1 p.m. Sunday.
Give me 1 second here.
Pulling up the weather.
Mm-hmm.
While you do that, if we're all going to the first game, I think we should all bet who hits the first home run.
Of course, I like that.
And we should do some sort of
like a challenge.
Reward.
Yeah,
sort of
reward or
for whoever
consequence.
gets it right.
Consequence for everybody that gets it wrong.
You could do a consequence.
No, it's big on consequences, not
Yeah,
rewards.
it's better for content.
It is.
Good job, Poggi.
Also, that's not the only thing we gamble on.
Of course, but
dollar. I
dollar swing, baby. Dollar
swing.
2:30. 2:30
I'll gamble on
tomorrow.
everything I can.
Yeah.
2:30 tomorrow will be 57 degrees.
That's not bad.
First pitch, and then Friday 3 p.m. It'll be about 52. Saturday and Sunday at 1. It'll be
30
a
degrees.
Brisk 35 on Saturday.
And Sunday, a low of 24 with a high of 43.
It'll be about 41 at first pitch.
And I know this isn't the most normal weather to experience in Louisiana. This is why J1's an indoor. Can't get a lot done.
A little cold, a little chilly.
And it's 35 degrees on Saturday at 1 o'clock. Like, This is work time, not play time, not snow time. It's baseball time.
So when you get out there, make sure
to donate
and bundle up.
Or you could be watching this indoors. Think about yourself as well.
Get yourself some. You can still use code Tigers with Roback, TIGERS. Get you 20% off. You can still do that. So make sure you stay warm with some scrimmages this week. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us this morning. Do what?
I didn't know what time it was.
Yep. It is an exciting time.
You start talking about baseball
at LSU.
Flies, man.
There was a basketball game tonight. Huh? Anybody want to?
I got 4 tickets.
By biting on that? They got to go 3-0 this week. That's all I'll say about this basketball program. If this is nut cutting time, and it's been nut cutting time, you are 1-6.
You've lost 1 nut,
and you've got to go 3-0 over these next 3 games, and it's doable.
Oh my God.
You are 6.5-point favorite tonight.
You can win tonight.
So you've got to do it. You have to.
3.5 points. First half.
Already took it. Took it live. That's the Tingle & Co. bet of the day is LSU basketball, men's basketball.
Because he won't
minus
let it
3.5. Who?
You.
We got to talk about it.
Who's next? What's after this one?
So you've got Mississippi State, and then it is Georgia, I believe. No, South Carolina. You play South Carolina next.
You could beat them.
Yeah.
That's on the road, I would assume, though?
Yes, at South Carolina.
Oh,
and they're better at home than they are on the road. I think we're their lone road win. But you still are the better team than them, so you should win that game. And then after that, you have, just kick off February, you've got Georgia at home.
So Georgia,
they are all winnable. Like,
yeah, they are. You got to go 3-0 this stretch. If you want to have any sort of heartbeat to this,
you could win all 3 of these. Mm-hmm. That would be fun.
That's what I said, and you scoffed at it when I said it.
I'm just been hearing this for a while now.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they will win. I'm saying they can win.
Last week, you were
have to win.
The start of SEC play, like, got to win these 3. They didn't win any of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry for being a little pessimistic.
I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm saying they have to win. And now was the first time there's ever been you look at it, you have to win it.
You said they could win all 3. And to be fair, it did kind of seem outlandish because I was like, when's the last time they've won 3 fucking SEC games?
In a row.
In a row. That's what I'm saying.
But this is a stretch.
But with the context,
right?
They can. Yeah, it's possible. It could happen.
Got to pull it off. If not, if you don't go 3-0, it's about as good as done.
Can't spell NIT without McMahon.
Oh,
that's
that's not true.
You actually can spell it.
Yeah, NIT.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll see what happens tonight. Starts tonight, LSU, Mississippi State at home. Like we said, Tingle & Co. bet of the day brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. FanDuel. Go to FanDuel right now. You can go to the website or you can just pull up the app on your phone if you are of age to gamble and you're gambling responsibly. LSU minus 3.5 first half spread against Mississippi State tonight.
Love FanDuel.
Shout out to FanDuel.
I will say, I tried something yesterday. I was a little upset FanDuel wouldn't allow me to do it. I tried to parlay Sam Leavitt Heisman with LSU national championship.
Wait, it didn't let you?
And it wouldn't let you?
Wouldn't let me. I was very.
Why did you gamble it already? Did you bet that already?
Wait, on FanDuel?
Yeah, maybe they took it down. I'm sure because I did it on the show.
Well, because the odds are there. I can see the odds for both of them, but when I put it in...
I didn't go through with it. I just put it... It would let you combine them, but I didn't actually put a bet in.
Right. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when I clicked the odds for both of them, it said, like, yeah, you can't combine these.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's my money.
The thing I was thinking is, it's hard.
What if it happens?
It would be hard to deduce those odds because if Sam Leavitt does win the Heisman, LSU would be more likely to win the national championship. Right. That's what I was kind of thinking.
That's what's the future.
Yeah, I don't know. I would think you would be able to parlay that because I was ready to, like, I don't make a lot of bets this big, but I was ready to put like $100 on it, hopefully gain some generational wealth. If it hits, when it hits.
I wish I'd done Joe Burrow to win the Heisman in 2019.
Me too. I wasn't even of age, but I still wish.
Yeah, I wish too.
I did bet him to win the Natty. I had some information.
Some info?
Yeah. Cinco de Mayo. Loose lips.
Get you every time.
We're going to be really fucking good.
I just remember looking at the roster when I was at this because I went to the spring game. I remember looking at the roster being like, wait, I know all the names on this. Like, it's not like, who's this guy? I've never heard of that guy. Like, I was like, I know every name. I was like, so we might be.
It's so wild looking back on it. Going into that season, you were like, the defense is legit. If the offense can figure it out, we might have a chance.
Right.
And then we're sitting here 7 years later, and we're like, well, the defense was good, but the offense was the greatest of all time. Like, it's wild how shit works out.
No, we haven't done.
Blessed. We are blessed.
Yeah, we are, but spoiled.
Spoiled. We are
blessed. No, because you're not spoiled if you have what happened also last year.
No, I'm proud to be spoiled. I'm not ashamed of being spoiled. No. I expect greatness. I've been spoiled by
your father.
Turning on your car.
Nick Saban. Yeah. Every morning. Shout out to Dad when I was in high school.
Spoiled.
It was clutch. Go outside, your car's already running.
That's crazy.
My first car sounded like a fucking bomb.
Yeah. Mine did too.
I got stopped by a homeless guy. And I thought he was like asking me for money, and I was like, I don't have any money, like, and he was like, no, your car's about to fucking blow up. And I was like, okay, this is great, fucking cool.
2003 Yukon XL that I grew up in.
First?
Really?
No, my first car
2003 too.
Yeah. My first car 2005.
My brakes didn't work, but it would still stop. You just had to plan.
Yeah.
Very far ahead.
It was a white Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
I test drove like the car I have now, my second car, with like the dealership guy in the thing with me, and I hit a red light, and he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and he went into the fucking and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Dude, the brakes work. I don't understand what's going." Yeah, He was like, "Let's spin the block. Let's go back."
Yeah,
and I was like, "My bad, dude."
A learner's permit.
Yeah, I'm used to this.
That's when I would drive my friend's car. I would do the same. I would like jolt them.
Yeah.
I was like, "Y'all have to drive my car." They're like, "This is unsafe."
Yeah,
and I was like, "I drive every day with this."
Yeah,
like distance.
No, I mean my first car, it was a 2005 Toyota Camry.
I kind of miss it.
That
me too.
My aunt bought when I was like new in 2005, and I remember riding in it as a young child, and then my dad bought it from her when she needed to upgrade to a bigger vehicle. So then that car had been in my life my entire life.
Now you're just in this seat.
And then I was like, and then my dad was like, "That's your car." But with Cassidy, of course, she drove that for summer to learn. Then here's her, her new car. Dad's like,
5 cars later.
There's your keys. Yeah, and I was still in that one.
My car was like that too. It went through like literally everyone in our family.
Yeah,
and it was Tahoe, so we called it the hoe.
Yeah,
it was a fucking whore.
Yeah, everybody drove it.
Everybody had it.
Run through.
Yeah, and we literally when I got it, I didn't get my driver's license until I was 17, right before I went my senior year. We put in, my parents got me as a gift. I got my license the day I turned 17. My birthday present was they put in like a $600 like radio.
Yeah, I got the same thing.
When we traded it in, they gave us $400
for the radio.
That's it. Like, the car is a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, that was the first thing I did whenever I got that car, was I got tired of driving to school and, listening to FM radio, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to. So I went and I got
Jambalaya shop.
The radio, I replaced the radio so I could Bluetooth finally.
See, FM radio, you got to put your phone in the cup holder.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, it's Lloyd right now.
Oh my gosh.
It's not my fault.
But then that one, I was driving to go eat one night, and transmission blew mid ride.
Don't you hate when that happens?
It was the worst, dude. I was like, wait, it's not giving it any.
Oh, because we have no clue what's happening.
Any gas. I mean, I was 17.
No, I still wouldn't know what
happened. I don't know nothing.
And so it blew, and I was like, oh shoot. So I was able to idle into a gas station and get myself parked for someone to come pick me up.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fix this.
And then the next car, I mean, we saw that one end.
Yeah. Insane.
Sick.
I think that's what they call totaled.
Yeah. See, I didn't know how bad it was because I felt fine.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I didn't feel fine, but I didn't feel terrible. I mean, I didn't have to get surgery, but I was like, how bad's my car? And they showed me a picture. I was like, oh my gosh.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not driving that car again.
There goes that. Where's my radio?
Yeah.
Where's my radio?
Gone.
I don't think anything of that car works.
Nope. Doesn't. What a time. We haven't done this week. We haven't gone 13 for 13 this week.
I was about to say,
we didn't do it
quite
Monday
a time.
Really?
Yeah.
Y'all been missing this week?
Because Monday Lloyd was here. I did the show. I did the show from home.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
So we didn't do it. And then yesterday, power went out mid-show.
No way.
Yeah, whole building just like mid-show. It's 9:30. We're talking, and then
it scared the
pitch black
shit
in
out
here.
of me.
Did y'all like come back on air? Or
No, we sat here for
about 20,
The show
30
was on
minutes.
when I got this. It was still live when I got home.
I know.
And
I
ended
did the
stream.
same thing, but I saw you ended it.
I was gonna say I was confused because I went to like watch the show yesterday when I was like at the gym, and it was like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, what did fucking Lloyd have a heart attack again? Or
Power shut out. He did have a heart attack when the power went out.
I did.
It was scary. Like, because it was like.
It was just so sudden.
It was so sudden, and
so
it's
dark.
so dark in here, right? Because there's no windows. The blinds are closed.
That would have scared me.
It was dark.
I'd have been like, oh, the fucking Koreans are coming.
That's what Christian was like. I thought we were gonna get shot.
Yeah,
Why would that happen?
Yeah.
But it was something that you're like, okay, I didn't actually.
Right.
The dad meter wasn't there of like, everybody calm down. And it was like, oh fuck, man, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna eat Christian first.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it.
All I did was prop the door open. It's like, oh, it's mighty cold in here.
Yeah, and then it got real chilly. Because we opened that door up to get some light, and then it got real cold.
And then we were like, what are we doing here?
Oh, let's just leave.
And we'll come back tomorrow. And we'll do that tomorrow as well.
Let's
After
see.
this. A 13 for 13 stretch. First of the week. Oh, these are Three Rivers. This
Three
is
Rivers,
Pittsburgh.
Honeymoon.
What is that?
I think it's Rivers Moon. No.
No, Three Rivers is a stadium.
Okay, well then there's
Peacock, Paramount, Netflix,
and Prime.
Prime, yeah.
Prime.
Doesn't seem very sports related.
No, I think
Always
I think
you
I'm
can watch
right.
Sports.
I think it's Three Rivers.
I mean, I guess.
And then
eBets.
Honeymoon for Warner. And then Outmanning.
What is that?
Ah.
No, Three Rivers is a betting site, and
Well,
so
there's-
is eBets. All right, I'm kind of confused here.
This is Stanford.
Oh. Why is alma mater staying?
No, number, height, alma mater, position. It's what they say when they're, whatever.
Announced.
Good. That's good. Oh, okay. Oh, it's Ebbets. I was saying.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were,
so I
you were
was-
going
I
on
was
some
right.
real degenerate shit.
Yeah.
I got that one right. I thought Three Rivers was Philip Rivers.
That's like 11 Rivers.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I was like, 20. And I saw he removed his name from the head coaching search for the Bills, and the top tweet was like, "Oh, Philip Rivers can pull out."
Oh, nice. I
was
mean,
like-
it's true.
I was like, funny.
Paved the way for Joe Brady.
Yeah.
Shout out the GOAT.
Shout out. Gets to be the head man in Buffalo.
What a career arc.
Isn't it crazy?
Wild.
He's because a lot of people say he was the OC for LSU. He was not. So let's get that right. By job title, he was not. So don't say he was the OC. He
He
wasn't
was
the
like
OC.
the pseudo.
Yeah, he was the passing game coordinator and the quarterbacks coach.
I call third down and red zone. Oh, the two most important things in football.
That's fine, but when people say former LSU OC,
That's true.
He was
It is,
never the
'cause
LSU
I don't want
OC.
to diminish
Do not
the slinger.
discredit Slinger. He was the offensive coordinator.
2018 at the end of it was looking good.
And now Joe Brady, extremely important. 1 year, bang, he's the Broyles Award winner, and now he's the
Well, then he goes to
OC for Carolina.
Fired after a year.
Well, they just suck.
Yeah, they were just
I know,
awful,
but he was the fall
right?
guy.
Yeah,
And then so he gets fired, and then he becomes the QB coach in Buffalo. Works closely with Josh Allen. Daboll leaves to go to New York because he was the OC. So then Brady gets upgraded
No,
to be the
because
OC.
then they had Ken Dorsey.
Oh yeah.
And he had the freak out.
I remember the freak out, and then he got
fired,
and then
so
Brady
he was
goes
acting OC, promoted to
job.
OC, now
Head
promoted
coach.
to head coach. This is what he envisioned for himself.
Yeah. This is what he's always wanted. That's why every time his name came up around LSU or head coaching jobs in college in general, it was like, no.
Now, which is funny.
This is what he always wanted.
But and I don't think he will not have success. But if he doesn't, just wait for 5 years.
Right.
Bring Joe Brady back.
Yeah.
They'll never stop. I think Ed's matured. Bring back Joe Brady, Ed Orgeron. What's Dave Aranda doing?
Yeah, of course. It'll go on forever.
To be fair,
somebody just hired Monken from.
Oh, Todd Monken.
Yeah, from it was the Browns. That's the new Browns head football
He should
coach.
go back to Georgia.
So there's 2 jobs available still: the Cardinals and the Raiders. Did you see who the Steelers hired?
Mike McCarthy.
Yep. To me, my thing on this. I mean, I'm not like a Mike McCarthy hater or whatever. I don't think he's that good. But you fire Mike Tomlin to hire Mike McCarthy?
I got in arguments about that on Twitter.
I was like, are you...
Why would you fire Mike Tomlin?
Because, okay, if Mike Tomlin had retired or stepped away then you hired McCarthy.
Yeah, that's whatever.
But you're going to move on from Tomlin for McCarthy, and the reason is because it's your best bet at getting Rodgers back?
Stupid.
For what? A year? I didn't understand it. The sneaky one to me, Lord have mercy. The sneakiest head coaching hire, and I've been
dieting since I was 13.
This goes hand in hand with the now OC hire. The Titans got Robert Saleh as their head coach, and they just hired Dable as their OC.
They can't find enough coaches.
It's going to be sneaky. Because Dable loved Cam Ward.
Yeah, they tried to trade up
for him, and now he gets to be his OC.
And they got a top 5 pick.
And Saleh's, a great defensive guy, and we obviously know I think that one's going to be sneaky good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Harbaugh and the Giants thinks it's a good hire. Jesse Minter and the Ravens.
Did you see who else?
The Falcons, Kevin Stefanski, I thought was.
Did you see who became a defensive coordinator?
Who?
Former LSU defensive
coordinator. Yeah, I did.
Durante?
Oh, Durante Jones.
Called one game.
Underrated.
Well, when you saw the headset flip up for the head coach, and he gets to do it.
God.
He was a good hire.
He was like, I would border on saying he was like awesome at LSU, considering like the players on that defense.
Right.
You went into Tuscaloosa against Bryce Young, J-Mo. They didn't have Jahmyr Gibbs yet, but that offense. You're talking about Radar Jones, Cam Lewis, and fucking Pig Cage. And you held that Alabama offense to like 20 points, just saying fucking blitz 7 every fucking play.
Engage 8.
Yeah, and they were fine. Like they were serviceable. I love the Durante Jones. He got too much hate.
So he gets to be a DC.
We should have seen that coming whenever Ed was before the year, the like preseason press conference. He's like, I'm gonna, obviously he felt his feet were to the fire.
Of course.
It's like going into this year, like what's your, being on the hot seat as it were. And he's like, oh, if I'm going out my way. And like, oh no.
He went out his way.
Like that can't. What's your way?
He
Impressively.
He did it. That's for sure. You saw who the OC is?
We should have fired him then.
You saw who the OC is for the Chargers?
I did. It's a very good hire.
It might be perfect.
They should be the.
When I saw him walk into the presser, right? It's in LA.
Such an interesting guy.
He's got the Charger, the bright blue and the Charger, and he's got these big old glasses on and this leather jacket, and I was like, and it might be perfect.
Well, and he runs a really good offense.
Well, yeah, and he's got Justin Herbert.
He went from soup for brains to Herbert.
Yeah, and he's in LA. It's gonna.
And he doesn't have to be a head coach. And the stress of it all. Former alcoholic.
Right.
So I'm sure he's like, maybe I should take a gap year before I go back to what I know. I'm gonna do it my way.
He can go to the press box.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good hire.
He can vape in the booth.
Yeah, he can vape in the booth.
He doesn't have to hide it on the sideline.
I think that was a good hire.
That is a crazy move.
Yeah, I know.
It's cold. Maybe nobody will know.
I love the questions he gets. He's like, I hypothetically would never vape.
Wait, you're talking about water vape? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what y'all cooking in here?
Dude, that's me when the turkey comes out. Dude,
that literally looks like Thanksgiving.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome.
I can't believe they hired Mike McCarthy.
I can't believe they fired Mike Tomlin. Like,
technically he did resign, but I think we all know.
No, that's like Maneri resigned.
Right. We all know what happened.
Stepping away.
And he's a hometown boy.
I don't care. What about what he did in Green Bay or more recently Dallas makes you want to hire him?
Nothing about him makes me. I would be. Remember when the Saints wrote his name came around the Saints?
Yeah, I was pissed. No, don't do this.
He's the ultimate retread.
And they've attached it to trying to keep Raj, and I'm like,
Rodgers left because of him.
Well, not just that. Like, okay, if that's your best bet, but why are you going all in with your franchise on Aaron Rodgers, who at most has 3 years of?
That's because there's no quarterbacks.
I know, but at the most, he's got 3 years of football in him.
That's a lot. He looks comfortable.
No, he's not. That tie's too tight.
And he's doing the Lord's work.
He kind of looks like Jason.
Oh my God! He does not.
I thought you were gonna say
like
Brian.
a fatter
I thought you were gonna
Jason.
say Brian Kelly.
He does.
Well.
His face needs to be redder. Who's this?
Oh, that's
Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell, yeah. I had American Idol, the video game, back in the day.
How did you play that? Sing into it?
Yeah, you have there was like a Wii remote.
Yeah, and you sing into it.
I was elite.
God, I'd be so disappointed as a father if I walked in and was singing American Idol onto a Wii remote.
I still know like my song setup. It was Seven Nation Army,
of course.
Oh, what Cable Car, Living on a Prayer, and there was one more. I forget the last.
Little Red
one.
Corvette.
No, I forget the last one. I don't remember what it was. But those were, I was so good.
Who's the woman?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's impossible to tell unless you know Iraq.
It could be Anna
Madison
de
Beer.
Armas.
Casey Musgraves.
Oh.
Johnny L. Goodson.
She's in a song with Zach Bryan.
She is. She's a singer.
I did think it
How
was
you spell
Anna
her
de
name?
Armas for a second. I got excited.
Kacey.
There should be a rule, like, you shouldn't be able to misspell names.
What do you mean?
Like, if your name's Casey, everyone should have to spell Casey the exact same way.
Casey.
It doesn't. I don't care what way.
But it has
you
to be
have
one
No,
way.
it should
it has
be.
to be
It has
one
to be
fucking
the
way.
fucking normal way.
Casey.
Yeah.
Like, if your name is Zach, everyone should either have an H or everyone should have a K.
I agree. That one,
Like, what are we fucking doing?
because it puts you in a pretzel. We've got Nagy on.
I don't know which one's right, but
He's a K.
Well, I know, but so is his full name Zachariah?
No, I think H would be Zach.
Well, see, because I had a friend in high school whose
either
name
way.
was Zachary, but it's Zackry. Zachary.
See, that's weird.
And technically, that was his middle name. We called him Zach. His first name was Everett. Shout out Zach.
I mean, I would run from Everett also.
That was his dad's name, so he got it, and then he went
Big
Zach.
Ev.
What's his last name? Let's look this guy up. Fuck this.
Castle. He's actually at pro. He's trying to be a professional umpire. So
Oh,
he's
wow.
He's at pro ump camp right now. In
You think
Florida.
they call him Everett in the umpire room?
That's
a
what's
very
on
good.
That's what's on his.
That's an umpire.
It's a
name.
good umpire name, Everett Castle.
Does he do this or does he do this?
Oh,
I don't know. I haven't seen him ump in a while.
We should get him to send in a video.
Because in Central, it's a bit when you're in high school. A lot of the guys go and umpire like the CAYL games, which is the youth league, and then just a handful of my buddies have like become umps and refs. Like it's just become their thing. The camera can't see you.
I know, I'm just
That's fine. You can do this. I don't like umpires who do this.
No.
That's softball.
No. You have to. You have to kick it out to the side.
Some of them don't do the. Like they'll just go.
That's fine with me.
That's fine. You can be. Yeah, I don't need.
But this
you to
is
be,
softball. When you go.
No, this is softball. Yeah, keep that in softball.
Yeah.
It looks good in softball. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to Zach and Micah as they're at pro ump camp. Because Perry, who was also an ump, is just doing high school because he's also refereeing basketball.
Give me your strike call.
Mine? I would stay like this and I would just shoot it out to the side.
I'll do mine. Hold on. Mine would be pretty like.
Hold on.
Camera. Yeah. Flip that cam.
All right.
That's a good one. All right, that's strike one. Okay, this one's a ball.
No, ball away.
You let him know.
All right, back in.
Ball away. 1-1.
There you go.
Strike two.
Yep. Inside corner. Back in the box.
2-2 count. Pitcher doesn't like it.
No, it's 1-2. 1-2.
1-2. Oh, there you go.
1-2.
Ball here. Pitcher doesn't like it.
Time. We got time. Time. Batter call time. Here we go.
Okay, strike out, and the batter.
Hold up, man. Hold up. I didn't see the pitch. All right.
Oh, Lloyd's pitching. Oh, batter doesn't like it. Batter's
Get out of here. Get out of here. On the inside
Where
corner.
was that one?
On the inside corner.
You heard it.
Been calling it there all night.
Yeah.
Oh, Blue, you don't even know what you're looking at.
Your mom's a slut.
That did happen to Mikey, not that
Yeah,
exact
yeah.
phrase.
You want to be an umpire for a second?
No, I had somebody that wanted to say hello to you.
Oh, yeah? How we doing?
Good guys, what's going on?
How we doing, boys? We're umpiring. Getting ready for baseball.
What's going on?
This is a setup.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Shit, I want one.
Yeah.
Of course.
Beautiful.
It's never.
It's never a
God,
dull
he didn't
moment.
walk in or whatever. You made your little comment.
My little comment.
Your mom's.
What did I say?
No,
Oh, yeah.
this one.
I don't. That's not an insult to him. He looks like a fatter, more unattractive version
Yeah.
of him.
So, like, if you, like, Jason, thank God you take care of yourself.
Oh, CVO said he's not keeping count with his clicker. Use your clicker.
Ah!
No, you know I don't need a clip.
I don't need it. Got my mind.
There's no
Use my
pitch
brain.
count. This is Major League Baseball.
Oh,
Okay,
but,
a batter draws a line in the dirt.
out,
at
gone.
you. So he strikes out and then he goes, oh, that was right here. Draws a line in the dirt.
Oh no, I don't care.
Really?
No,
That wouldn't-
I'm not.
Okay.
It's not about me.
Yeah, good.
I have integrity for the sport of baseball.
I love
now,
that.
Kevin Schnall.
Oh!
Oh, then you gotta hit the ground. You can't fall over.
No, absolutely.
Like that up
integrity.
That was awesome.
All-time sell job, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, what I told you in the press box, when he got thrown out, it was silent.
Yeah.
Oh, on the field it was
And then
not.
and then he fell and everybody went
Incredible.
like,
All-time sell job.
Dude.
And then the anger in that man to go to the press was like, not my fault, he's not an athlete. It's like, Jesus.
That was insane. I don't even think that was the umpire that kicked him out. I think it was a different.
He was
umpire.
already
oh,
gone.
that was the first base umpire.
Yeah,
that hit the
yeah.
deck.
He kicked out the first base coach, or the third base coach, because he ran over there too.
Yeah.
But everybody's
Bad.
gone.
It was a bad throw out, I will say. Like they shouldn't have thrown him out.
No,
but
they
also as the coach, you got to know.
Yeah.
You can't give them any like not in that game. You can't give them any reason to even come close.
You
to
talk
throwing
about
him out.
respect the game. He got thrown out on principle if you're not respecting where you are right now.
Yeah, and I don't
Don't
think he
even put
should have got
yourself.
thrown out.
It's literally the one time I will say I hate the phrase like, oh, he should have put himself in that position. Don't
No,
put
you
yourself
can't-
in
you
that
can't put
position.
No, that is 100%. You can't.
It's not about you.
You have to just because there were some bad calls in that at bat, like 100% that Ianson kind of got bailed out. But like you can't do that.
You can't risk it.
You
know what I
can't.
mean?
You can't.
Like,
You
it's-
can't get thrown out in an
Yeah,
elimination
yeah,
game for your
you-
team.
In the
can't
first
risk
inning.
that.
This isn't where you try to make a point.
No.
Like
No, you can.
Jay's gonna do it and get ejected at some point in the season. It's not gonna be in a fucking elimination game. in
because
Omaha.
Jay is calculating when he does it, when he
Yeah.
allows that to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You can't.
First inning of an elimination game in the Colorado Series, you just can't let that. Can't give it the chance because
Yeah.
that is a decision that's up to human nature.
Exactly.
Right? So you cannot allow for it to be.
There are bad umpires.
Right.
You have to know this. Like
Yes.
if he's making bad calls at the plate, he might throw you out on some bullshit.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Because
you
he's
can't
already
allow that
making
to happen.
mistakes.
You've got to be aware of the.
And he doesn't want to hear about it because if he's an umpire with any like shred of how to do the job, it's like, yeah, I know I missed it.
Yeah.
Like, just I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm pissed at myself. for
Right,
it.
I'm already mad.
I don't want to hear it from you.
Yeah, I already know what I know.
Mm-hmm.
The best is Jay got kicked out. And you flinched. It's like, well, you just.
Big
I
dog
think
did
you.
it.
Yeah, he did.
And it hurt his feelings. He was like, "You can leave.
You think I flinched?
Hey, you leave.
Oh, flinch? Like you're a flincher.
You're flinched too. Okay, you're actually.
You have to leave because you saw me flinch.
Because you hurt my feelings.
Two for
That was so
flinching.
crazy.
That was what you flinched. Nuh-uh.
That was such like a sleepy start to that game too. Because
It
they
was.
shouldn't play that game at 1:30.
No, but that there was an emotional
No,
high.
that's the thing is
Yeah.
like you start
Thank
off
God he
and,
did that.
and you're kind of like sleepy, not sleepy, but it's just kind of like a weird start, and then he
Right.
gets fucking
Run.
thrown out in
It
the first.
set
You're
off
like,
a
holy
it set
shit,
off a
what
set off
the
a bomb
fuck?
in that place.
Okay.
It's like a guy that's it's like the like when you have like a wedding reception, you have like brunch the next day.
Yeah.
And it's the guy that shows up that's still totally fucking wrecked. You're
Yeah.
like, this is about to be a scene.
He thinks it's
like
still
he's
wedding
not. He doesn't
night.
have his faculties about
Because
him.
it was
so-
gonna
Yeah.
be. It was gonna be.
What's up, fuckers? Like, bruh.
It was gonna be boring, and like everybody was like, "Oh,
Yeah, let's ease into this.
Yeah.
Maybe a mimosa.
Yeah.
Shot.
You've been
Fuck
that-
you.
You've been that
Yeah.
guy.
Nuh-uh. I'm on good time.
That is Lloyd.
100%.
I carry the buzz back, or I'll find it again.
Yeah.
It's never without a
Not gone too long.
No, God no, because then you feel bad. And then you do that enough, then you feel bad just all the time, unless you don't. There's always a fix.
You got to just keep drinking.
Keep going.
Drink through it.
Yeah. It'll never have a hangover. Think of that.
Lloyd Courtney.
And you're always a little happy.
It's true.
Here we go. NFL. Matt Stafford with 3 TDs in the Rams Super Bowl win over the Bengals.
That would be one Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham Jr.
It's right there.
Stud.
Sign him.
Set to join the Hall of Fame, Andrew Jones hit his 400th home run while playing for this American League Central team in 2010. The AL Central.
So the AL Central is the Twins, the Royals, the White Sox, the Guardians.
Where was he?
Was it the?
Well, he was with the Braves for a
forever. Yeah.
Right. Was
like
it
where
the?
I remember him.
Because that's all I can see, and so maybe it's the Guardians because of the
Tigers,
colors,
I think,
but
is the last
it
was the White Sox.
It was the White Sox.
Yeah.
Oh, Pogge would have known that.
Yeah, Poge would have known that for sure.
I bet he probably got excited when they signed him. Like
Andrew
2010
Jones. Yeah.
Andrew Jones is fat as shit.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah, Andrew Jones.
Finally, let's go. Yeah.
You think Poge was fat in 2000?
No, Andrew Jones was.
Andrew Jones
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Pogge. That's on me. He said. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's on me.
It's okay.
I'm fat too. It's all right.
Yeah. You know, everybody makes decisions.
Why are you here?
That commercial, by the way,
Thank you. I tried
so fucking bad.
They banned
it. Makes me feel worse. It's like
it's a bad rap for fat people everywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to be like that. Like, it's not like I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna gain some weight today. Like,
well,
no.
Also, you're not out there looking for or actively making excuses.
Yeah, no, like I'm fat.
I did have a double quarter pounder.
Yeah, like I used to fucking eat when I was a kid. Like, I fucking love. There is nothing in the world I love genuinely. Like, there are like few things. Like LSU football is up there.
Of course,
sex
baseball
is up there.
Yeah,
and then like when you go out and you pick up like a bag of fast food.
Yeah,
and I sit down at my desk and I lay it all out.
Oh my God, you have a ritual.
I'm like, what? I throw on my show, whatever I want to watch. Off. And I'm like, what's first? Do I start with the Big Mac? Do I start with the chicken tenders?
Maybe the chicken fingers.
Do I start with the quesarito? Because I double dip. I go different spot to spot. Little Taco Bell. Because I'm big on variety. I want something from Taco Bell. I want some tenders from Popeyes. I want a burger from McDonald's.
What if it was in this world that you've created for yourself?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I don't. I feel disgusting when I put my hand in a bag of fast food.
It's the best.
It is good, but I just think about. I've tricked myself into thinking what are you gonna? Then I yell at myself in the mirror with my shirt off.
You failed yourself.
Me too.
Punch myself in the stomach. But what if it was the same?
Why are you here?
That's what I do. You did this. You did this.
He was going to spit out your protein cookie earlier.
I give Lloyd a piece of it's a protein cookie, and I'm telling Wyatt was like, "Does that have protein in it?" And I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "No, I'm good." And Lloyd goes, "Wait, does this have protein in it?"
I'm not having a cookie for
he's
breakfast.
Spit it out.
Disgusting.
Can't believe you thought I would have a cookie.
And then, I heard no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But no, yeah. But if it was the same person that worked the drive-thru at every stop you made in that time frame, like every time it's the same person.
Oh, do I have shame?
Right. Would they be like? What if they're like,
you again?
Yeah. Because it's like if you DoorDash two different places.
You have to think like. By the last stop, let's say I go 3 places. By the last stop, let's say McDonald's is my last stop. I've got a Taco Bell bag and a Popeyes bag
in
sitting
the car.
in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And they can see it. Like,
I
don't.
Oh, you dashing today? No.
Nope. What do you think I got like this by eating fucking salad?
It's one of the days.
Like, no, this is how it happens.
So you save it. You don't.
No, I'm big on and I'm not going to Taco Bell getting like a full meal from Taco Bell.
No, you're picking your faves.
No, I like a variety of different things. Like I'm all about like different items.
Yeah.
Like I'll get a Big Mac and fries from McDonald's. I'll get 3 tenders from Popeyes, and I'll get a quesarito from Taco Bell.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's like you're living my dream.
That's awesome because I do the same thing. Because in Central, the Taco Bell and McDonald's are right next to each other. So there are times that I've gone through the McDonald's, I'll make the loop around.
That's
I'll go
not
through Taco Bell. That's
yeah,
not.
That's not every day. I'm not.
No,
doing
I know
every
that,
day.
but I've never done that once in my life.
There are times where I get the double quarter pounder and fries, and I'll
And
also
you're
wanna
like,
get
you know what else I need?
Well,
Yeah.
because,
I'm a glutton. I'm
Yeah.
a glutton.
Yeah, I mean,
There
there are days where that's the deal.
When I was a senior in high school, where it got really bad, where I gained a lot of weight, was
The Xanax.
No, that helped. When I was
I've never been hungrier.
a senior in high school, I had my lunch card was like $700 negative.
Yeah.
But it was like the school's fault. They didn't like warn me. My parents had beef with the school, so I didn't eat lunch at school. I was too lazy to make my own lunch, so I wouldn't eat at school. And so me and my brother, we wouldn't eat at school. So we would go to my mom's office after school every day, and she would be like, "Here's $40 or $30, whatever. Go get food."
Yeah.
And I drove. It's my little brother, and I'm like, "We're going to McDonald's." He's like, "I don't want McDonald's." I was like, tough fucking shit. And he's like, "Well, I'm not gonna eat." And I was like,
That's
"I'm
okay.
gonna spend all $30 on me." So my order, literally, this was like so bad. Big Mac, large meal, no
Of
pickles.
course.
Big Mac,
What drink?
large meal, no pickles, Coke.
Okay.
Real Coke?
Actually, yeah. I would go Coke and a Dr Pepper.
Okay.
Oh my god.
'Cause it's two.
Yeah,
I'm getting
you have
two
to.
Big Mac meals.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a 10-piece nugget by itself, no fries. I don't need that. I already got.
I already
large
got the
fries.
two covered.
I need a hot and spicy or a McChicken,
Okay.
depending on how I'm
Yeah.
feeling that day.
Yeah.
And then also a McFrappe if it's working, but normally it wasn't. But I would throw it in sometimes.
Yeah.
That's like 5,000 calories.
Yeah, that's
And I would house it. I would fucking woo. I would house it.
You're
like
poor plumbing.
No, I know.
because like McDonald's,
Bad.
because
Because the coffee on top of that.
Yeah,
is
the
a
coffee-
Crazy
No,
move.
I would get no coffee. I don't like coffee. It's just a milkshake.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like coffee. I hate coffee.
I get a frappe, no coffee.
No caffeine, please. You have some ice cream, you can throw that in there. That'd be
I
great.
got some extra biscuits in the back.
Yeah, I know y'all got them.
You better put the fucking whipped cream on top.
Yeah, lick it.
But yeah, I mean, like
How many cherries in there?
my McDonald's order is a double quarter pounder, large fry, 10-piece chicken nugget with a large drink.
Yeah.
Do you put the nuggets on the burger?
No, see, that's...
Well, what's the difference?
See, because, okay, so my
Have you ever
fatness-
McGangbanged?
Part of my fatness is that, like,
Yes.
I like volume. Like, I like to eat a lot.
lot.
of
Yeah,
food.
yeah, I'm
And
the same way.
The thing is, it's really weird that we have the same, like, tendencies.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, first month that me and Noah knew each other, I was like, Lloyd asked me, like, why I was fat. And I was like, dude, these fucking Ben and Jerry's pints of ice cream. And Noah was like, dude, the Ben and Jerry's.
Bro,
you're
I
so right. I
crushed
was like,
Ben and
why is this
Jerry's.
dude fucked?
Well, the pint's not for sharing.
Yeah, I mean, no, the pints for it's for
And it's
one,
not for, and it's
for
also
one sitting.
And
Yeah,
I was
it
about to
is
say
for
it's
one
all,
sitting.
apparently not going back in the
No,
freezer
it's
at
for
any
one
point.
sitting.
That's insane.
You crack
to me.
open the pint, it's gotta go.
Yeah, the pint knows it's
gotta
dead.
Bluebell just dropped protein ice cream in pints.
I'm not even.
I'm gonna try it.
No,
We'll see.
Oh yeah, what a bird.
I have a war with Bluebell. I emailed them. They
Yeah,
I remember you
crazy
did.
email.
yeah.
did.
I think the problem with me is we were like, when Katrina hit, we moved in with my grandparents for a while because my parents were kind of struggling or whatever. So we used to go to this.
Because you took all of their money to
Asian,
eat lunches.
no, not yet actually. We went to this Asian buffet, Okinago, literally every night. Amazing place, okay? I could still tell you, like, I had my plates set up, like I know how I used to do it. But the thing was, if you didn't finish your food, they would charge you extra. So my parents would always, like, be like, you have to finish
Right,
it.
yeah,
Like, if
right.
you're gonna eat, you have to finish it. And now I literally feel it, like,
Oh my god, you've been conditioned for
It's
this.
ingrained.
no,
Yeah,
literally,
yeah.
it's
you've
ingrained
been-
in me, like, I
yeah.
have to finish this.
Yeah.
So, like, if I
Oh.
get something, even if, like, I'll feel myself be like,
I'm full.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat
Now I gotta
anymore,
finish that.
but I have to finish
Yeah.
this.
It's a
point-
sport.
It's a point of pride
Yeah.
at this point.
I'm the same way.
I could not eat. Noah can attest this. I couldn't eat any differently.
No, when me and Lloyd eat, right, so you had to leave to go back to New Orleans, but after the basketball game, we went to Modesto. And it's just
Shout out
become
Go
a thing
Eats.
when I sit and I eat with Lloyd. When I finish, I want to see what his plate looks like. Mm-hmm. And so I'm done with my 3 tacos. He's eaten half of one.
That's insane.
It's unbelievable.
That's insane to me.
Because, like, I make it a point of pride, not only do I want to eat large amount of food,
Fast.
I want to try to eat it as fast as possible. Like,
See, okay,
I don't know why I'm like that.
Yeah.
But that's just, it's become, like,
Prison
to
rules.
me, it's like a sport. Like,
I didn't
wanna
get the
eat
fast thing. I
I like
get
to
the fast
enjoy
thing.
my food,
And I eat it fast.
and then you're sad when it's gone.
But yeah, it
It is sad.
upsetting.
It is like
But, like,
post-nut clarity.
It's a point of pride.
Should I
Like,
have done it that fast?
I don't bring up home a to-go box. Like I don't.
No,
That's not who I am.
Never. You know, I bring home other people's to go by.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll do that too.
Yeah.
I'll finish y'all's leftovers, but I'm not gonna have any.
Yeah.
My food's gone.
My point is to bring as much home as possible.
Right. That's
insane.
I don't like to eat in public.
What?
He doesn't like people watching him eat.
Why?
You house those frickin' nachos though.
Well, yeah, the two old fashions helped.
Yeah.
Like I might as well eat.
What
here.
about
But you can't travel with that.
Right.
It's that was for
You
the
can't-
table.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
It's not mine.
But don't you like to, or not, maybe not like to, but aren't you cool with like pooping in public?
Not
Oh,
if I
you're
don't-
not?
No.
I'm a home dumper.
Yeah, home pooper.
See, that's crazy. Like just
Like
do
if it's an
I mean, there are times where you.
But I'm also like
I prefer to poop in public.
Oh, see, that's insane.
See, I was already a home dumper like my whole life. Like I don't know why in high school, like because you're conditioned in middle school, like you don't.
Well, you'll get made fun of.
Or you get made fun of. They see your shoes.
They see your shoes.
They'll see your shoes. They'll do. They'll throw a wet paper towel over the thing.
Oh,
the
he's
stall, and they'll hit you.
pooping.
And so, but then in high school, it just stuck, and I just never not at school, and so
I don't think I pooped at school
became
once.
a home dumper, and then, and this is for all the 90 people watching, got a bidet. And it's made me even more conditioned to be at home because you don't feel as clean when you don't have it.
That's
it should be. Do you know why they don't have them in America? Why they're not like the standard operating procedure?
What?
It's because in World War II, I believe they had them in the brothels whenever, like Americans were obviously in a different, like in Asia or Europe, like there was very much standard procedure to be clean, but they viewed it as. They attached it to the brothel and like sex work, like, oh, this is disgusting because these people use it. Personal clarity. I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh wow, ooh, I don't want to use. I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
And then so it never transitioned to America until, kind of like now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're more. There still will never be. What we went to one gas station that had them all.
I couldn't believe
was
that gas
awesome.
station.
Like
gas
maybe one
station having a bidet
We're
is
on the way to
wild.
Omaha.
all of them.
We stop at a gas
We need to
station.
stop at the same
I
one
think it was
again.
in Kansas City when
Yeah.
we stopped, and it was every single toilet had heated seats and a bidet.
That's crazy.
It was I was in shock.
We all came we all just pissed, but we all came back for like, did y'all see that? Like it was a talking point for all 15.
Well, because we
of us.
saw them, and that. So then I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I would.
okay, well now I'm gonna go. Now I'm gonna go take a dump.
Yeah, now I can.
Because I need to. Because like,
I'm
I
gonna
have
see what
access
it's
to this.
like.
I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, it's a luxury.
Yeah,
But it shouldn't be. It should be SOP.
I love pooping in public.
No, what
It's
about
not my thing?
See, and
I go at the gym literally like it's my routine. Like I take my pre-workout and
Oh,
then
they
you
probably
get
know.
pre-workout shits, and I go and shit before I go and work out every single day. I take pride in it because I know people are like have shame.
Yeah.
about-
Yeah,
It's
you're
like
trying to
doing-
break
No,
the
I'm this
stigma.
guy. I'm this.
I'll fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
care.
own. I'll be in them.
Whoa!
See, I would prefer that. That would be funny.
Yeah, that makes it funnier.
That's what I'm saying. Like I try to. I think of myself as like a Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Where like if someone's pooping next to me, I'll
Oh,
take
it's
the
a
shame.
safe space.
Give all the shame to me.
Yeah.
I'll be the weird guy.
Yeah.
I'll share your load.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it's from a song.
Yeah. But by whom?
It's oh wait.
Now you gotta sing it.
Oh no, I know this song.
I'll
We
share your
sang it
load in
chorus.
the bathroom.
We sang it in chorus. It's
Catholic school.
Oh yeah. It's not a Catholic song though. It's
Oh.
Lean on me.
Oh. When you're not strong, I'll take your shit.
The third chorus is like, I'll share your load. And we always just like laugh.
Yeah, of course.
Are we in the middle of playing,
Battle shits.
Let me see. I'm trying to find the where it says I'll share your load.
I think it's the third stanza or like whatever. Maybe not.
We had to sing this as a graduating class in like 6th grade. They made at some point they're like, you should sing a
Yeah.
song.
If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load.
Come on my road and I'll share your load.
That is insane. Oh my god.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I'll throw up before I poop in public.
Sabrion. This is gonna sound nasty, but I'll crap myself before I poop in public.
Uh-huh.
What?
So I'm
That's
telling
insane.
you, there's a comfortability of.
But think about that, Sabrion. You would rather.
Oh yeah, but
soil yourself than take a shit in public.
But what do you have
there
to
are toilets in public for you to relieve yourself.
But
and
there's one
you
at
would
home.
rather soil yourself.
He's saying he'd rather take the risk of trying to get home.
Right.
Versus.
That's not what he said. He said he'd rather shit himself.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. Like, I'll take
like,
the
I'd
chance.
rather like get in the car and try to make it back.
Yeah.
and, dang it.
Yeah, I've had like I've never pooped in my pants, but there's been like I really need to get home.
Oh yeah. I gotta get home now.
Now.
I was after the national championship game on Monday. Shout out Billy Young made a pastelaya. Ooh. It was delicious,
but
right through me.
Yeah,
and I also had king cake after. So I was just
while your stomach.
And so I
was
tried to
hurting.
leave at halftime because I was like, I need to get home. And they're like, no, you gotta
tough it
out. I was
out.
like, okay, and I wasn't gonna go use their toilet because I mean we were
That's a little different.
We were 5 minutes from my house, and I knew what I needed to do. I don't want to do that in someone else's bathroom. And so I was like, okay, I'll tough it out. And then when the game ended, I was like, all right, guys,
gone.
I'll see y'all. Got in the car, and I was
sweating,
moving down that road. Like I could not get to the house.
That's
fast
different.
enough.
I get that because that's like I know what I'm capable of, and I don't want to put a hurting on somebody else.
Yeah, but the public, it's like these are what this
public
is
is like. Yeah, I mean it's
you enjoy it.
Yeah,
like Party Box. I was like, I'm not using that toilet.
No,
not on the RV. I just can't do that to everybody.
It's not supposed to be used for that anyway.
Right.
But
if there's an emergency, of
Yes.
course. But I was like, nope, not going to.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the game.
Where did this start?
Yeah, I don't.
Where did we come
we
from
called Andrew Jones fat, and then we started talking about food, and then you went on the food.
Then you
thing.
called Poggi
What about
fat.
umpires? Where did umpires come?
Umpires came from Zachary. Names all needing to be spelled one way from Casey Musgraves.
Oh yeah.
We went to Zach. Went to my buddy Zach, who's an umpire.
That's true
And
for
he did
Andrew
it,
Jones too.
Yeah.
It should be spelled the same.
With a W.
Yeah, Bucky's is the one. Sabrion. If like every road trip, if there's a Bucky's around, you need to hit one for the rest.
You do need to hit one.
MLB.
Hit a leg.
What is the answer? Oh,
This one was White Sox.
Oh, we didn't even get this. We had the answer.
Yeah, we've just been sitting on it.
Thank you, Johnny L. Goodson and Lloyd. Conn Smythe.
Vegas originally acquired Jonathan from this Eastern Conference team in the 2017 expansion draft.
The only hockey team
no
I can
idea.
think of is the Canucks.
Is it the Lightning?
Under the Red Wings, the Detroit Red Wings. That's a team. The Ottawa Senators. The Nashville Predators.
Who won the 2016 Stanley Cup?
The
Was it
Bruins? No.
Great hockey name, almost assault.
The Florida Panthers.
Ah, yes.
I vaguely remember. I feel like Vegas won. Like
They did their
first
first
They
year.
did first year.
Yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember that.
I remember that. What is the most popular U.S. state that was one of the last 10 U.S. states to become a
U.S. state?
Okay, so it's not Alaska or Hawaii.
No.
I would think it's going to be something on the West Coast.
Western
I would say
expansion.
California, but I think they were 39.
It could be Washington, or
Yeah, because I want to say the North, like the Northwest, were like the last ones.
Yeah, because I think of the gold rush and the weather, and then you go up north. It's like it sucks up here.
really, and then like
Yeah.
the Midwest were some later because they started on the East Coast and they all went west, like to the West Coast.
Yeah, it's manifest
Then they
destiny. We have to
started-
take out all of these Indians.
Right, and then they started filling out the middle with like the Homestead Act and stuff. It was like we need to populate these.
Yeah,
so we'll pay you.
We're taking the country
Right,
state by
right, right,
state.
right.
Yeah.
Arizona.
Okay.
I believe that.
Brought us our man Jay Johnson.
It
There you
did.
go, W.
Shout out to them.
Snacks and candy.
Stole that too.
Coming in yellow packaging with purple print, made with real fruit, is featured on this brand
Welch's?
This is Fig
Oh,
Newton.
cookies.
It's a Fig Newton.
I like a Fig Newton. I haven't had one in a while.
I did see a lot of people hate on them when we were children, but I
Yeah, they're
No,
not
they
bad.
were good.
good with Fig Newton.
Healthy.
You get the little Italian ones with the cream on the
Uh-huh.
top. Those are good.
After starring in a major comedy film trilogy, this actor earned Best Actor Emmy nomination for his role as classically
This
trained
is
clown in the FX show
Zach
Baskets
Galifianakis.
in 2017. So the comedy film trilogy would be The Hangover. Movies with 2 Oscar-winning actresses in lead roles. This 2006 dramedy featured Emily Blunt, Stanley Tucci, Adrian Grenier,
Tucci.
and Giselle Bundchen in supporting roles.
Is this?
It's Devil Wears Prada. See, we have things in common, too.
I really don't even watch movies like that.
It's not Devils.
Okay, maybe it's not.
Well, Lloyd's
Devil Wears Prada, yeah. Because the two Oscar-winning actresses.
Just type in Prada.
Meryl Streep and
there you go. Yeah.
Anne Hathaway.
And
then I know Emily Blunt is the other bitch.
Right. And I know Adrian Grenier is in there because of Entourage.
Yes. Okay, see, I don't know who Adrian Grenier is. Look at us.
It's a lot of minds.
Finishing 6th on the end-of-year Hot 100, singer-songwriter released the hit song "Give Me One Reason."
Hoobastank.
What?
You never heard Hoobastank?
No.
The Reason? It's not this song, but it is a song, and it was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
This is Maxo Cream, I believe.
It is not?
It is not Maxo Cream.
What is that? Does that say 1996?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
it's
you,
6th on the end of the year. I was 4.
Give me one reason
to love.
I was not born.
Yep.
But music is timeless.
Rohan hadn't even become the LSU quarterback.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even in the works.
He was still in Miami.
Yep.
Parents weren't married yet. Hadn't met yet, actually.
Need some help to go 13 for 13.
My parents had met. They got married in 97.
My parents got married in 98. Waited 3 years to have me, though. I don't know why.
Yeah, they waited 3 years on my
Probably
sister.
to get financially stable. That's what a lot of people would do.
But they weren't financially stable when they had me.
Well, then you were an accident.
No,
he wasn't.
No, I don't think. No,
Well,
Put that football helmet on.
I don't think he was like.
I would say
baby.
accident is like we don't want to have a child.
That's all kids are
no,
accident.
It's not.
Yeah.
No, just because you were.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I think there's a certain point where you get like when you're married. Like I think what my parents was like. We're not trying to have one, but we're also
I'm not pulling
trying
out.
to have. Yeah, like if we have.
There's
one,
just
we
a
have
different
one.
level because I don't think me or Max was planned.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that
There's
doesn't
a
make you an
difference
accident,
between
though.
me and then
Cassidy.
There's 5 years later Max.
Yeah.
Like me and Cassidy were in within 2 years. You know.
Yeah.
Max is just like whoa out of the blue. Here's Max.
Casey forgot the timing game.
Yeah. Like there's me, I'm the oldest, and then my brother was 4 years later. My sister was a year after him.
Yeah.
So we were all within 5 years, and
Yeah.
then 9 years later, there's another one.
I've got a buddy who
See,
is
the 9 year, like the Max and whoever the 9 years is, your parents think that there's no way that we can still have kids.
See,
Yeah.
I have a buddy.
That's pretty
right.
much.
Who he has a nephew that is 1 year older than him.
That's crazy.
I don't know what nephew means. What is that? How did that?
Like
work?
his brother's son.
You don't know what a
So
nephew is?
his parents had an
I don't do that stuff.
have a guy who's like have a son who's like 40 something, and
Okay.
then him who's 20 something.
What does that have to do with anything?
Like, exactly what I'm saying. There's a
his brother
20
has
year
a
gap
kid older
between
than
children,
him.
So how are they nephews?
and there's such a big gap that this brother had a son a year older than his brother that was born.
Okay. That's weird.
So
His wife got pregnant, then a year later his mom got pregnant.
Are the same person?
No.
Like,
It's like talking. It's unbelievable. Everyone else understands this.
I would say it's like talking to a brick wall, but it's not. It's like talking to a trampoline that bounces back the worst fucking response possible.
like
By the same person? Yeah, you fucking dumbass.
Because you understand what I'm saying.
Yes. What's a nephew? They're both nephews? No, one's an uncle, you fuck.
That's his brother.
Oh my god.
And so his
dude.
brother's kid is the same age as your friend?
Do you have an
Yes.
uncle? Do you have an uncle?
He does.
Does your brother or does your parents have siblings?
Mm-hmm. That'd
Okay,
be an
so
uncle.
You have an aunt or an uncle. Imagine if you were older than one of them.
I'm not.
Bounce back. Just the dumbest fucking thing.
One's
This is the
adopted.
worst, dude.
I'm older than the adopted cousin.
Or uncle?
She's nothing. She's adopted. She's not even family.
Yeah, but what is she? A cousin or like an?
She's not. She's adopted. We
That
don't
doesn't-
recognize that.
Oh my god! Yes, you do. You wouldn't adopt the child. If you
I didn't do it.
Okay, so who?
Then he
Okay,
offed
We're not
himself.
saying for your stance on adoption, you dumb fuck. Like, just assume this person is family.
who
Like,
adopted the child?
oh,
Who were the parents of the who? Did
My
the
uncle and
adopting?
aunt.
Okay, so that's just your cousin. That's not an aunt or an uncle.
That's not by blood or family.
we get it. We know what adoption is. Yes, it's not blood.
That's what we always tell
He's
her.
trying to explain adoption to us like we don't know. Yes.
She got to come to Thanksgiving a couple times,
Well,
and
good for her, okay.
she would have her opinion of things. She'd be like, "You're not blood," and so it doesn't matter. what you're saying. Then my uncle offed himself.
Oh. He was blood.
He was everywhere. Then Florida. Then
he hit the transfer portal.
Then,
do not contact.
Yeah, there was none. And then LSU upset Florida.
Oh, which one? Wait, which one in 2020?
Yeah, the who's running back?
A soul for a soul.
It was. And I bet a ton of money on it. It was like Uncle B is up there watching.
Yeah.
He loved LSU.
Early
game too. We went from the funeral straight to what missed like the first quarter. It was upsetting.
Well, wait, no, because
it was the day. It was the Florida day game.
Well,
when
it wasn't 2020 because 2020
it was 2021
in the Swamp.
Yeah, that was Ty Davis Price record
That was
game.
Emery Jones and Anthony Richardson. Yeah, wasn't as big of an upset. Still, Nudie McLaughlin with the pick six.
Mm-hmm. Good player.
I know. I wish he would have stayed. I liked him.
That's when he made the trade for the portal. Like you lost McLaughlin, but then you got
Jarek, Bernard Converse, and
Mekhi Garner.
Like all three.
It's wild how quickly we go from like the most off-putting conversation to like Nudie McLaughlin.
Good player.
Like
adoption. Do y'all know what that is? Damone Clark.
Wait, she's not blood, guys. She's not blood.
To the transfer portal.
Yeah. Do not contact.
I can't believe you tried to explain to us adoption. And we're talking about aunts and uncles, and you said, "Well, I'm older than my adopted cousin."
Shout out.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us here on this Wednesday morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 to probably 11 again.
Sure.
We'll see you then. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Shout out Ty Davis Price. Shout out adoption. You know,
this is gonna have to go. We're gonna have to start Patreoning this extra hour.
Yeah.
Dude, we're gonna have to pay for this. It smells like waffles again. Do you
it
smell
does.
it?
It does. There's about
I don't know, where does that come from?
I don't know.
Do you smell it?
No.
Come stand over here. Tell me you don't
It
smell.
comes from this seat like
Tell me you don't smell Eggo waffles. No. Nothing?
It's pungent.
It is waffles. Somebody's making waffles in this building.
I wish it was us.
Should be.
Oh, I do kind of get it a little bit. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like.
Come sit in the seat.
Yeah. Take over.
You can't really smell. You can definitely smell it there.
Okay, yeah. Now I smell it. Yeah. Now I smell it.
What is the waffles?
Are they having them?
Somebody's having waffles. It's not late for waffles. It's 11:07.
No, I'm not leaving you.